Oh, no.
Alright.
Both are for you.
Okay.
Told you.
Alright. Alright, I want to offload stuff out of Bluebell real quick before we...
My horse's weight is about half.
Well, there's
It's
just...
not under.
There's just a bunch of... I mean, like these eggs and these flowers. I don't want all that stuff on it.
It's not like it's weighing her down.
No, but I don't want them to accidentally go bye-bye if something happens.
Okay. Put it in the trunk for now, then.
Well, I found the meat that I was looking for that I told that gentleman before. Goddamn. I got a bunch of fucking ceilings and shit on them.
I need to get these saddles off this horse.
Yeah. Take those saddles and just put them on the 2 breeder donkeys. Actually put them on them so that they have their saddles. Rio gave me the saddles when I picked up Eden's gift for you. All right. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Unfortunately, I look at the preparations that he gave me, and he knows.
I'm just going over here and around.
I was just grabbing some berries on.
You're still behind me?
I had to stop and grab berries.
You can hit the goddamn bushes.
I did. I'm coming along now. I'm behind that place where you picked up Deputy Diddy.
I'm not even there. I'm not even. I'm more higher up the hill, that's why. Like, I'm more up the ridge.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not gonna see you.
Well, it's all right. We're headed to where we need to go. Wow.
I think I'm just at Fletcher's. I'm not sure.
Oh, you're way up there. I've already passed the Fletchers.
Where the fuck am I? No. I'm at the thing with the swamp in the middle.
Oh.
The red fence. So I'm at Mr. Dow's right now.
Oh, okay.
You want me to wait around?
Mm-mm. Go ahead and go. If they're gunning for us, it's going to be right outside Juniper, and there ain't going to be shit we can do about it.
Yeah.
Because we're both good, you know. Oh! You just ran right into me.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're going the wrong way.
I'm not going the wrong way.
You're going back up the mountain. Yeah.
The reason I'm going so far up the mountain was because
It's not as laggy.
and it's not as many. Well, it's just as laggy, but it's not obstacle-y. I don't have to keep going around bullshit. I'm at the mushroom, and I'm directly on the mushroom.
Okay. Yeah, I'm off to the right of the mushroom.
I'm off to its left.
Closer to the swamp, but still.
I'm off to the left side of it.
Then you're going right because you want to go on the left side of that peak that sticks up of that ridge. That's the shorter
Oh,
distance.
come on, let me up. Okay, there we go. Come on. Fuck you. You're just probably not gonna have to idly chat to anybody. Just your client, and
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
you have to.
I'm gonna have to not be Mayor Liam.
Yeah, don't be Mayor Liam. Be Lawyer Liam.
I'm just character witnessing. That's it.
All right. Whatever. Be Witness Liam.
Oh,
I'm getting just over between 80 and 110 FPS.
that's good.
I don't care if nobody shows up to this trial either. I don't feel like they'll be as big. Because this guy's not as known.
Well, yeah.
Oh! Oh no!
What?
I just jumped off the cliff.
Oh,
I'm fine.
scared me. I thought you were just.
I'm fine. No, I'll screw the button hard if that happens. You'll know if that happens then. Fuck you, Scorpion Horde! Fuck you, Pig. I'm
Oh,
almost there. I'm there.
okay.
No, I'm not. There's some other place.
Time is it? 6:11.
6:11.
Okay, we got.
I wanted to be there extra early.
Yep. That's fine, dear. This sucks because we're not going to be able to get to the goddamn bank again. Because I don't think there's going to be any way for me to make it home in time to make it back with the money to get some mines. Which will be another day of no goddamn money.
I think I went too far.
Look at your map.
Yeah, I did. Oh, I directly passed the town. I went over it.
How
By
did
the
you?
railroad tracks.
Oh, then just turn.
No, I mean I jumped over the town legit.
How the fuck did you jump over the town?
I jumped over the railroad tracks and just jumped over it.
Okay.
Hi.
Get away from my sandwich, cat.
You know, I want to roll over and die. Is that an option? I don't have to be here.
No. No, you
No.
no, you can't do justice as the piece.
Sorry.
Lee had a heart attack. You can't do
You're
that.
like a mini heart attack. Oh, spaceship go.
All right.
You look nice today.
See what happens here. Hello, ma'am.
Mr. Valentine.
That would be me.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. McCoy, shouldn't you be at a date in Missouri?
Miss Eden, if you want to be off the street, you can go in the courthouse.
Can I go in there? Man. God damn it, old man, stop it. What do I do? Where do I go? I'm just gonna stand here.
Or have a seat.
Where? At the top?
That's where you're going to be.
I don't want 'em. Why did you do this to me, you ass? I told you I didn't want this goddamn job. I would have been fine being a lowly ass citizen.
How come you just said it talks casually with people with pain in and say horrible?
Someone come in here with me, god damn it.
Oh, yet you're still just sitting here.
Please? Come in here with me. Anybody.
I don't think it's so much as they paint you as a horrible monster, Mr. Valentine. I think it comes down to the,
They just want their
you were influenced by a bad person, and unfortunately you made some bad decisions. So it may be they don't think you're quite as much of a monster as Jeremiah was determined. But I mean,
Well, I hope not.
You guys can help find me.
You told me while we were sitting here on the bench.
Oh yes, I told Mayor Liam here that I never intended to kill the mayor. It just happened. Gunfights
the
are stressing. Oh, the reason?
Reason.
Well, not really.
Yeah.
No.
I'm alone. Someone come in here.
I think you should have somebody speak your case for that matter. My people
I would-
think,
I would also suggest, Mr. Valentine, that you park Pinky somewhere a little less, looking like you're gonna run out the courthouse and book it out of here. Because,
We don't
mean,
want Jeremiah.
we don't want a horse shot in the street in case I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna go that way, but we want to take all precautions.
I can move my horse if you want.
Thank you.
What do you want it?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that nothing happens to the poor horse.
Yeah.
Innocent animals.
Where would you like it? Where would you like it?
And you already have
You
your
can park it. You can park it right down there by Bluebell, which is my horse. Hey, so Mr. Wayne, you got all dressed up, all fancy.
Help me.
Well, we're going to court, sir. I gotta look my best.
Yes, sir.
Someone come in here, please. Everybody. I need.
Kinda nervous.
Go in here.
Oh, I completely understand, sir. I completely understand. I mean, it's an unfortunate situation, and hopefully we get things resolved. I mean, I can't speak
Hey,
on.
what is-
Oh gosh, it's stillborn. What you need, man?
No me in there.
Whiskey.
Well, I ain't got none of that.
Girls with big boobs.
Well, yep, I ain't got either of those.
That Blue Sun.
None here.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
Okay,
Joe.
let's go do our business, Joe.
Hi, Dakota.
Bye, Joe. What did you do that for?
I'll see you in a bit. Maybe.
What did you want?
Stand in front of me.
I want someone in here with me. I don't want to be alone.
That's what I said. None
There's
here.
someone lying in this street.
Yeah.
Mom,
They're
there's
all
someone lying behind the barn.
pretty good.
Lying behind the barn.
Like there's a well outside behind the courthouse, and there's someone right there.
Excuse me.
They're just lying there.
I don't
You said
know
there's a-
what we are
I
looking
think there's a well back here. I'm thirsty.
I think it's
Let's
Blue
see.
Sun.
They're just lying there.
Are you do you need any assistance, ma'am? Ma'am, do you need some assistance?
Might be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe you, maybe not.
Huh.
You know where we're trading traffic stops?
Is that Violet? Did she come in here and help me?
Is that?
Sorry, don't let me disturb you.
No, that's all right. I just came back to get some water, and this lady's laying on the ground. I'm trying to make sure she's okay.
Wait, there's someone on the. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Is she all right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that the Violet chick?
No.
Who is that?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling all right. I had ringing in my ears. I had to lay down and rest my head a bit. Ooh,
Oh,
I'm feeling
goodness.
better now.
All right.
You didn't get bitten or anything or stung or.
Oh,
a ring
no.
in the head?
Yeah, just a ringing in my head. I just
Oh,
needed
goodness.
a little rest, a little lay down, and I'm feeling quite all right.
Okay. Whew. Gotta make sure this heat can get to
Thank you for
people once they.
worrying about me, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're screaming through the
See
window.
someone see someone laying on the ground. It's like, whoa. That's why it's great. This well's right here. Get some water in case you get too overheated.
Yeah,
wanna be
maybe I
alone.
should take myself a little sip right now.
But allow me to introduce myself.
Okay, you need to
My name is Mayor Liam of River Run.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name?
get in here?
Mayor Liam. Let me stand
Oh,
up here.
it's nice to meet you, man, Liam. My name is Sam Lee.
Sam. Hey, that's interesting. My justice is her last name is Lee. I wonder if y'all related.
Well, I'm here to assist you.
Oh,
if you
well,
need
I don't
any
know. I
doors
come
open,
from way out in
help you.
Missouri.
or if you need help with the
But
girls,
maybe
I'll
I
help you.
sure would be nice to have some kinfolk.
I'm gonna pretend
Oh,
I
is
heard
that bank
most of
open?
that.
No, we're about to have a trial.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's hot up
Yes.
here. Fuck
I-
this
Oh,
shit.
that's quite all right. Name's Boone.
What was your
Boone
name?
Winston.
Oh, sorry, my manners. I'm Sophia Lindberg.
Turn the mic down.
That's a
I
beautiful name. That's beautiful,
just said I'm
Sophia.
here to help you. If you
Well,
want
if you'd
any
ladies
doors
excuse
open,
me,
or
I'm
if you need help with the
get
gallows,
back to my business
just
that I'm
ask
here
me.
for.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
Nice to meet you both.
Alright,
sure. Oh, Miss Sophia, if you don't mind me asking, where'd you get your clothes from? I'm still in my traveling rags.
they are not awake.
Bring that right up to the door.
I don't think
Is
that
that
we
him right there?
have a chance to sell your wares.
I think people need
Let's go outside somewhere, alright?
Okay, very good.
One name is Claire. She
Well,
is
thank you. What was your name?
What's wrong?
Henry
Fuck
Valentine.
That was
yeah.
very kind of her. I'm at
Henry
84
Valentine. Well,
Street,
it's a pleasure
and
to
she
make your
got some
acquaintance.
clothes from
Come here,
from
Mr.
there.
Mr.
Will be.
That's a
Miss
very kind
Judge.
lady.
Miss
I
Judge.
sure
Miss
wish I would
Judge.
have come across
I'll be
her
on my
in
way.
travels.
Good to meet
I
you.
think she has a soft spot for newcomers around here.
Oh,
Toss them
yeah,
all
it
for
must
no.
be. I can't wait to get the bank, and then I could get some money, go get my hair did, and maybe get myself a horse and some clothes. And everything will be right in Sandy's
Almost.
world.
Still have
Well,
22
that sounds
left.
like a plan. I'm sure if you stick around Juniper enough, you'll find your luck.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping.
Ed,
What happened?
I do.
What do you mean, what happened?
Sorry,
Yeah, it's my first time, so I'm not sure what this.
Well, I think you need to do a little more apologizing to my boy than me.
That's why he's not around right now, is he?
Oh, I don't know. He might be showing up.
Well, if he is, then I will indeed apologize for pointing a gun at him.
So I'll have to bring it back here to talk to him.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fucking monopoly man.
Howdy, mister.
Hey, can someone walk up
I
this way?
just
Howdy.
reading him and that's about it.
You're standing up here like you might be an official individual from the city. Is that correct?
I don't know if it's
I'm
custom
a deputy for
I
Irontown.
feel that.
There's only a couple now.
Oh, you're the deputy for Irontown.
Is that Pops that I heard about?
Wait, have I met you before? It's
I
Boone
think I
from
met you
Irontown.
yesterday.
Yeah,
yep,
okay,
yep.
thought so.
All right. How's that say?
Do you think
Sheriff.
these folk would mind if I set up a temporary kiosk at the end of town offering my wares?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I reckon you could always try it. If somebody has a problem, they'll say something.
Why are you the Salt Lord, Haster?
That's fair. Then I have to move along. All right.
I see what he did there.
That's
He had to take back the top from Cleric.
Sorry to interrupt, but if anybody's searching a tailor, I'll be set up at the end of town.
Hey,
Do I need to tell you when the workshop starts?
I do not believe so. I believe you just wait when the accused is here, yes. So you just wait until the prosecutor gets here, and once the time starts, we should start the trial, yes.
All right.
wow.
Actually, it would be good if Mr. JJ did get some help because
So now I will be
I know
for you for the order.
Sheriff McCoy is going to have to take
No, don't worry about that.
take some time to involve his head a little too much during this here trial, but
Okay, deal.
he's doing what he can, so we're definitely going to need some assistance. We just want to make sure we keep order.
You stupid donkey, let's go.
If there's a federale available,
Okay.
then you may be
I'm
able
a
to
banker.
somebody.
Right here. I know I'm short, but
Okay, he's out.
Alright,
hello.
well, I have a suggestion. If you,
Hey, McCoy, how is going?
Miss
we're
I
willing
know.
to give the keys to the jail and
Hello,
A
man.
little busy.
there is a tailor sitting up at the end of the town there.
they could,
If you
I'm
wanted
here
to
to
check the
open
prices.
doors, but who is
Ain't any money on
where's
me,
the
not till I'm
sheriff?
getting this
The
here bank.
prosecuting sheriff.
No, yes, he has not arrived
Well,
yet, yes.
It
We're
wouldn't hurt
still
to check
waiting
the
for him,
prices
Alright.
anyways.
I
Well,
can
that's
give him the
true.
key.
Yeah, yes, you make a
Yes,
good
yes.
point.
Once he
I might as
arrives,
well, that
I'll
way I know what I'm
let him
gonna
know that
spend.
you are looking for
That's a
him.
good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yes, if you don't mind, we will stand here and then help protect the proceedings for a moment.
I don't mind. We're almost hugging. I like hugs.
Yes, I'll hug you later, okay?
Alright.
Fuck McCoy.
Wow, there's a lot of security in this one.
Yes, yes.
Howdy, Sheriff. Sheriff.
Yes,
Who is that?
hello there.
Hey, Mayor.
Anyway, suggestion was to disarm the accused at the jail, have them in the cell there, and bring them to the courthouse via the tunnel rather than.
I can't hear her. Is she important?
I mean,
Jesse the gunsmith.
honestly, the accused is standing right there, and he is he has been amicable all day. So I don't feel that there's going to be anything going with that. But I mean, that'll be for Sheriff JJ to decide once he gets here. I mean, the man turned over his guns and submitted himself freely. So. I mean, he literally hung out in town for like 4 hours
Yes,
waiting
sir.
for a justice of the peace. So I'm pretty sure if he was going to cause some issues, that
Yes.
River Run would have been burned down by now.
Just checking. How's it
Good
going?
night. Yeah, you dress well.
Thank you.
Oh, that's true.
I don't dress up, by the way.
I just think they're
Yes.
there now.
Well, you always look good, Mr. Director.
Yeah. Let's go figure it out. What's happening? Nope, still warm. Hey, how it's going? Hey,
Yes, we'll all be vigilant today and
What,
make
you
sure no
have a
one does
black
anything
eye?
like parking the
Watched you.
horse here.
no, it's
Did you find whiskey?
Hey,
It's not a
Sheriff,
black
you got
guy.
rounds? I got all those rounds for you.
it's
Oh,
the
yes.
eyes down.
Yes, those are wonderful.
So who took your eye? Holy guacamole!
Just let me know if you need any more.
Jeremiah.
Of course, actually, I wanted to talk to you about that. Here, step with me.
Like I was the one that did the kill shot. Wow, I'm proud of you, young
Oh my god,
man.
please stop.
Yeah. So got a little bit of a payback.
So actually, babe, this is the guy with the little top hat. That's the one I was talking to about this.
Okay.
I'm proud of you. should get a sheriff's star.
He sounds like the fucked up Monopoly's little brother.
No,
Yeah.
no, you should get
Monopoly's
a
guy's
sheriff's
little
star.
brother.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't think it's a good idea for me.
Yeah, that's Sefuro,
So,
Flynn
how
Elwood.
he
I
took
kind of want to
it in
message
your
him
eye?
and say you sound like Monopoly
He
guy's
stabbed
little
you with a
brother.
knife?
A witness?
No gunfight.
Or what I would imagine.
Kind of
would be
fight.
the-
So you are a lucky boy. Yeah, he shot me off the balcony and landed in the river. Yeah, you got lucky. Let me check. Oh my God, the bullet. If 3 millimeters to the left, the brains will be dancing waltz on the wall. Yeah. Shall we to the right or
All
left?
right.
Wow. you born not only with a shirt, you born
So
with
you're
a
a witness
pants.
to some. I feel like this is going to be biased. Or people will find it biased.
Now,
Well, I mean, honestly, you know, him turning himself into me when it's happened at our town is actually looks good. Him giving me his belongings and
Yes, but I'm the
No,
judge.
no. Need a
What do you mean no?
trial, then you can-
Hang or burn.
that's where you just have to.
Mr. Stillborn,
If
would
the
you
evidence
take
is,
your
you know, if the evidence says guilty, then you.
Why, Mr. Body?
Feel a bit,
I mean-
makes me feel uncomfortable.
It's
Yes,
unfortunate.
yes, he does. Hey, Mr. Stillborn,
He's not
I'm
We are
sorry.
convicted yet.
Yes,
we are in
my
a
boy.
different land. We are in a different land. I understand how they do things where you're from, but here, please retreat to the saloon and yell burn, burn if you wish. Yes. The accused has turned himself in on his own free will.
Oh.
And we shall not rub his face in mud.
Okay.
I do
Okay.
appreciate your spunk.
Sorry to interrupt. Just
See you soon. Sound muted.
All right.
Hey,
who got
oh
bit?
dear, oh dear.
Looks like you
I was bitten
made
by
it
a
in
snake.
All right, hold on.
hell.
You were? Oh, sorry, Joe. I think this guy needs a little.
There
No,
you
this,
go.
Cut him open.
this is the guy I was
Oh,
looking
my goodness.
for.
Yes.
There's another one behind you.
Thank you.
Take
Oh.
that for safekeeping.
You're not just blurred blobs. You're people. Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
The
I'm
name
glad
is
that you
Silas
made your way into
Perkins.
town.
Oh, thank you. I was on my way.
I'm trying to
And then I
catch
got bit
myself
by a snake,
sneezing and then
and
no one
now
connects to
I'm
the
alive.
mic, but I never catch it good enough.
We thought you ran away when we were with you there earlier.
No,
I'm scared.
I've passed
Don't
out
be
multiple
scared.
times in an attempt
Have
to get
fun
from the train
with
depot
it.
to here.
You might want those.
How the fuck am I supposed to have fun with anxiety?
Thank you.
You were stern with him when he came
It
in
was
and
just
said,
me and him, and I was ready to die. It was just me and him, and I was all ready to go. Yeah,
You
she
all
was
are
dead.
so kind.
I'm fine with that.
I'm so sorry for my nudity.
And he saved his life.
I apologize for the previous nude experience. Feel much
You didn't
better
see
now,
much.
though.
well, apparently we're going to see my belt buckle.
Shit happens
I
in
know
our
what
lives.
that.
What the hell?
I know what those snake bites feel like, and you don't want to wear anything. It's just so hot. So.
I don't want to do this with the
No,
public.
It's a little bit of that. And
So there you
everyone
go.
becomes a blur.
You
I
got-
was convinced
You
that
got the
it
sheriff
was
is
my
standing
mother.
over there. You got
It
the
was a
accused
very
standing on that side.
confusing time in my
You got
life.
one of the deputies from Irontown there. Deputy from Sundance.
Not very pleasant.
One of the federal bankers that
I believe
runs the
it.
town there, and then myself and Miss
When we
Eden.
get back up there near home, can I get you to make me a batch of anti-venom so I always have some on me? Don't want to have this happen again.
Yeah, I can work on it, definitely.
Perfect. I have some venom at home too, so. that
Yes,
might
Miss
help.
Dakota, and I would like also to have some.
Oh, you get bitten in a rattlesnake
you.
too?
No, I was not I bitten. gave I'm cigars. running away from this
I
thing.
gave
Ah,
Nah,
Smoke
just
the
to make
guys.
sure that nobody has to go without it, that's all.
Pipe and a clap.
I can definitely make a cheer for you.
Perfect.
What am I supposed to do? Just stand here?
Condition.
What's that?
Wow, this is going to be Where is JJ? He's got 25 minutes.
I hope he didn't
Before
get
we-
shot up.
Oh
Can
yeah,
we go
whiskey
find
and
out?
beer.
You know what? That's actually.
But you have one of these for now.
Miss
I have
Miss
a
Bella.
very good recipe. To the mug of beer.
Have you
are
seen
dropping
JJ in the last
whiskey shot,
like hour or
and
so?
then drinking it.
Hello.
It is called
It's been a
Browner.
while. How was the fishing?
Some business here.
Oh,
Okay,
Miss,
okay.
thank you. Is that Miss Sophia?
What?
Yeah, it is.
Did you bring the fire?
You got your town clothes on. You look very pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. McCoy.
You should run around with
Hey,
my
Mr.
working
Pistachio.
clothes.
We may want to send a rider to make sure that Mr. JJ is okay.
I'm very well, thank you. I was looking for Mr. Wayne.
Let's just say they didn't live, I did.
Oh, that's good. Yes, Mr. Rattler.
Wait,
Yeah. Is there a chance you could ride to White Willow and check on the sheriff, JJ, and see if he is well?
Has the fire started yet?
Hey, be careful. Take a look from the outside of the town in case it's bandit activity.
Don't worry, they won't come.
Hello, Mrs. Rapp.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wayne.
No.
Has the
Who's,
fire started
who's
yet?
on trial today?
Man, your left.
Oh, okay.
Man to my
Let me,
left?
park up my
This
horse
guy.
then.
Mrs. Al, if you have time.
You're the man on trial, are you? Am I allowed to converse with the man?
If you wanna,
Of
He's
course,
free
he
to
came
talk.
here on his own free will, son.
Yep, he came of his own free will. He turned
Alright.
himself in, turned over his weapons, and he wanted to face his crimes. Make sure he gets his fair day in court.
That swing over there later.
How do you feel like it's gonna
Swing on
go?
the tree.
Reckon you'll get the hang, or do you reckon you'll walk free?
Oh, no, I don't think I'm gonna hang.
I'd like to say I'm
Maybe community service, fines, jail time.
Well,
feel
that's
like
not too bad. What you do?
I can't give him jail time.
I know that.
Oh my goodness! And then there's all these markings on
I'm
it.
not
I
supposed
think
to
that's how
cut
many people have
Hey, you wanna
Yeah.
get a haircut before you
Well, there's been
He's trying to get the guy money.
what
the fuck?
trim down your beard if you like?
Never really witnessed it myself.
I would like that, yeah.
You know, rumors.
Yeah, how about
Stylish haircut.
there's a stool over there. We'll if we sit there, they can watch over you from here. Then that'll be fine, right?
Sure.
Let's go ahead and give yourself a
Yes,
haircut.
of course.
What'd you like? You want your
He's gonna get shot over a fucking
on
haircut.
top of your hair, make you look
That's
stylish.
unusual.
No, you don't. He's gonna get stuffed. He's gonna get stuffed.
It's unusual. Steelboard. That's great. Oh, shit.
But my presentation for the trial, I might believe you a little better.
It's
How about
fun.
that?
It's very fun. I don't like it.
Right. What's your name, by the way?
It's Valentine.
Hammer Valentine. Well,
Why are you crawling around?
yeah,
I
think
refuse to be
heard
assassinated.
You refuse to be assassinated.
you. Take a little bit off and take a little bit more off.
Oh shit.
I refuse to be shot in the face. Oh, we should
Well,
put
how'd you get? Did you get caught?
he turned himself in.
You just turned yourself in. You want to change your ways, is that right?
Oh, yes.
I bet you're gonna live
out
now
loud.
after you get out.
I want to say not to so bad about that.
It's like that's a comes.
I'm gonna clean this up real nice. That. Look like a new man, a fresh man.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Excuse me, lady.
That's all right.
I mixed up you with other person at the beginning.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that'll
Wait,
be
who?
$2 though, sir. I don't have it now. I can.
I told you.
Other person. My apologies.
It's not really a course. So maybe you can write me an IOU
Didn't
or
meant
over
to be
safe.
rude.
Me not.
No, it's quite alright.
How does that logic work?
After your trial, maybe. I'll be rooting for you not to get hanged, so I get paid. All right.
Fucking white. Oh, fucking white's
Hopefully you're an
great.
innocent man.
Wait, that's white?
Yeah.
I thought it was wearing pink.
Yeah, he was
I'll pay
before.
for his haircut.
I appreciate that.
Who was that?
Well, my business is all dealt with. I just need to find the tax.
So we have a criminal already. He turned himself.
Mr. Pim, would you like to come and talk?
Thank you very much. Real kind of you.
Come on, the criminal turned himself in. Woohoo! He's right here. Look at him. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Unusual.
Alright, so, okay, what?
After last night, it's nice to have
Maybe. Well, it depends what he did.
That's true.
I agree.
What did she say?
That after the fiasco with Jeremiah, that it's nice to have one that's cooperative.
This is the only one I know that's cooperative.
I fear that the sheriff and justice of the peace of White Willow might be in trouble if they are not here yet.
Maybe he stole a piece of bread for his starving children. So we don't need to hang him. That's enough to cut his left arm.
What the hell?
Goddamn, stillborn.
No, I'm just
joking. It still makes me uncomfortable.
Yes, well, some people, well, you know, it takes all kinds. So.
Henry.
There you are. Yeah, well.
Let me find the toilet before I piss my boot.
I still don't understand that night. I still don't understand.
No.
If I don't find a toilet soon, I'm gonna.
I do want to say I'm sorry for that gun to your head.
Hello, how are you? Toilets, but
Well, I do accept your apology, but
I did turn myself in.
Ms. Blind, how's that?
Goddamn.
well, at least you did the right thing.
See,
Unfortunately, though, you almost mucked the whole thing up. Jeremiah was caught, and you
Good.
for $500. You turned on people that you knew were your friends.
He did say more. He did say,
This only happened yesterday with him, so we just...
What, dear?
Yeah, I do apologize.
We switched to if there's an emergency.
I shouldn't have let that turn me against you. I'm sorry.
Look for red flares for the
Yeah, well, I reckon. I mean, I
Where?
knew that you needed money, but I mean, you know that
No.
he's the devil. You basically signed your soul away.
Well,
Jeremiah's the devil is like, no, that's too high.
Unfortunately, at least you're doing the right thing here, but you do realize that more than likely the outcome of that is going to be
I don't think this
you
guy's
hanging.
is popular, you know.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
So
I heard he's kind of a victim of circumstance as well.
I mean, you had the opportunity to be so much more.
Yeah, that river was real nice. Not that white widow.
They call me Jesse. We met a few times. We bumped into each other.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, but I mean, I told you right then and there.
Going with somebody?
These people are disgusting. I want to see if his head comes off.
Just think about how different it could have been if you just said no. Jeremiah would have been still caught, and you would have been there in business with me, and you'd be making money. None of this would have happened.
Thinking about that ever since.
That's pretty brutal. They killed the horse. They killed the horse.
That's indeed part of the reason I turned myself in.
See, I think he's had interactions with other folk listening to the conversations that
I'm sorry that everything came to as it did. But
yeah.
You did choose that route.
I'll shoot the horse.
Remember the decency. Please.
Alright, well, y'all have a good evening. I'll probably see y'all around.
That's why it had me so confused.
And no one's here. Thank God.
17 minutes.
No one's here. I don't care.
Just one man's word of
But I need the sheriff to come here unless you want.
Hey, look. Hey, Black.
He didn't even have money on him at that point in time.
How you doing?
If the sheriff does not show up, he most likely won't.
Yes, I do still apologize.
So today another exciting...
There's no excuse for
And I don't know how to RP that. I really don't.
You will have to say, unfortunately,
fate catches up to us, and
well, at least
the prosecuting sheriff is not here, so I have to drop the charges.
Please let that be the case. Please let that be the case. I don't mind that. Let that be the thing. Please.
Because if the sheriff doesn't come, we're not allowed to.
much more.
I know. I would feel bad. No offense, but please let that happen.
Is your mom okay?
All right, Henry.
And the thing is he can't be tried for the same charges again. which is why I feel like something may have happened to JJ.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of bizarre that she's smaller than the child.
Some lady got, she
Sometimes
got so
small
many
people are
shots in
strong.
her leg that she looks like Swiss
But-
cheese.
Oh no. Well, you guys didn't get shot, right?
Can you talk to the sheriff before you
I
better?
didn't get shot and my
I
mom
will.
didn't get shot, but I'm a Joe
gotta-
did and so did,
I'm giving it 5 more minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's okay. The only thing that
Who's
happened
that?
is I'm traumatized and blood rained down on my head and
I feel
all
that we
over
must
my body.
discuss for a moment what happens if the sheriff does not
dear.
arrive.
Is that the sheriff? Who is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
we are allowed
Talk to
by federal
anybody
law
about
to, the judge is allowed to declare a mistrial one
Talk
time
to
per
one
case. Yes.
sheriff.
Is it
I think so.
Mistrial, mistrial, mistrial. Please, please, please.
Yeah.
That's why he does not walk free and is not in terms of double jeopardy.
Are you
Yes.
okay?
We declare
Correct,
a
correct.
mistrial if they don't show up.
Child, what happened?
Right.
Please, please.
Come y'all and hear my story.
I mean, I would be willing to take
Kidnapped
another
yesterday.
Take your story somewhere else.
Hostage as a hostage and with 3 other people.
Who kidnapped you?
It was
Holy guacamole! People! Come over here!
It's stillborn, we already know. Yes.
What do you know?
Everybody
We know
knows.
what she's going to say, but she can tell you if she wants. But she can tell you.
Okay, tell me.
well, I was taken as a hostage before the trial yesterday to let
Please,
someone
let there be a mistrial.
and not die.
No offense, but please.
It didn't work. Obviously,
Oh, there's people.
because the person
Who is
died.
this? Oh, Rattler. No! No! Fuck!
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they made it.
Fuck!
They made it.
Sheriff, you had us worried there for a moment.
God damn it! God damn it! Why aren't you dead? Why aren't you dead or something?
This gentleman here in the top hat works for the government, and he is going to assist you in your duties.
Well, I'm
Oh, damn,
glad you're mostly
some
okay.
rain in my ear.
If you need anything or
Oh,
want to talk,
here he is.
Shit!
Okay, I will.
Sure, this man. You come inside with me a moment.
I like the pink.
Yeah.
Sheriff.
All right. At this
All
point,
right.
we would like everyone
have,
to continue any conversation towards the edge of town. Thank you.
To this door.
Hey, Mr. Bala.
And to this
Damn
door.
it!
Are you doing well?
Why did they show up?
Yep.
Does that suffice?
Okay, now.
Could I get a key to the window hatches so I can open
What
and close them?
happened? Who kidnapped? Pardon me.
They are unlocked.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Man, fuck! I was hoping for a mistrial. Son of a bitch!
Oh, jeez.
Why not a mistrial?
Do you wanna try if your key fits in the lock?
Like a glove.
Good. If you need any more doors open or not, I'm here to assist you. Or if you want me to put the gallows up, I'm here to assist you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much, sir.
Alright.
It's such a. You know, I wonder how many people are looking at the announcement going, fuck, I can't be there, I can't be there.
Good. I don't have to worry about that.
Hey, goat man.
I'm kind of happy about that.
Do whatever you need.
That son of a bitch.
Can you go inside?
Yes, we will protect
I
you.
saying that's a
outside
lovely
today.
yellow shirt you got there.
We'll allow the Sheriff
Miss-
JJ to handle his business
Wait.
along with justice. Yes.
I'm not you up there. This guy I'm next to with the long mustache.
Mustache.
Hold on, let me tune out the rain real quick. Say go.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean this guy's got a goat on his shoulder. Sorry. Tone it down.
What was it?
I don't know where
You
we're
hear
gonna
this, right?
park.
On the other side of the street.
Right
That's
by
the
here.
ship on.
Right by the hanging tree. He's not
No,
sitting
I'm
on
afraid
the
not. I haven't seen anybody.
I'm going to deal with it.
Oh shoot.
What is he wearing today?
You must be
Oh, I need McCoy. Wish McCoy would
Got
tell her.
the white goatee.
Which McCoy with what?
Oh.
Not have to leave.
Oh, there goes the guy.
He's waiting today. To see people.
All right. Folks, folks, can we please take the talking to the outside of town so court business can be started, please?
You all right, sir?
I don't know what I'm doing. Should I go inside now?
My word, it seems like all of Gunsmoke got together for this one.
Yeah, this is a small turnout.
Good. I don't need a big turnout.
It's my first time.
Just give JJ.
Last night there was a
Sheriff JJ.
Fuck. Oh fuck, he gets upset.
Maybe escort Miss Eden in and have her get ready. We got 10 minutes, so I mean, we might want to start getting everything in order.
Okay. Is
Represent this fella. Excuse me, little manners would be nice.
Where did Sheriff McCoy go?
Valentine?
Sorry about that, gentleman of mine.
Is Mr. Valentine here?
Yep, he's sitting right there next to you.
Okay. Would you like to come with me, sir?
I don't have any spare change, sorry, sir.
He must be deep in thought.
See? Come.
Oh, there you
No,
go.
no.
Should we go grab a seat inside?
Mr. Valentine?
Listen.
Oh yes, that's me.
Yeah,
or
or
still
if
coming.
you wouldn't mind taking a seat right here. Just, yeah,
Oh, door's
in
closed.
order to would survive.
No, you have to wait like 10 to 9 minutes more so.
Which one? This two?
Oh, all right then.
It doesn't matter which
preparing
one.
the trial,
Just,
you can just be
oh,
outside
this
until you
table
go, 'cause
is
otherwise-
yours, if that makes sense to you.
Of course, of
Yes.
course.
Does that fella have a lawyer yet?
And Miss Judge, I guess you know what
I
your
think he's
position is.
representing himself. I don't know yet.
Say it again? Say it again?
Let's try that one. That's a
I
common-
guess
that's a
that
common
you
fault
know
most
where
of
your
those fellas.
position is.
It's much better.
Yeah.
Are you sure? It's much better. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, don't let me take my breath a little bit.
Yeah, got a little. Yeah, that's much better. You know, much better this time around. Good
If
Um,
job.
things
Yep,
comes to the
still
point,
18
I
another batch, so
am going to have to let
next
you
batch will be
beforehand that I'm going to have to put you in cuffs. I'm going to have to escort you down to the jail cell. I have been given keys to the jail
It's a nice
cell.
go, kid.
You have
Yeah,
the
that
right
going much
to
better.
a final meal.
That's
You have the right to some
Perfect
final
amount of
peace,
bite to it.
but under watch. If that makes sense, I
course,
will
yep.
be watching you myself. I will be turning my back against you and give you some final moments if it comes to the
quite a
worst.
predicament
Okay?
you get yourself into
Of
up
course,
there,
yes.
Need me to punch you off, or you right?
Or, am I allowed to ask?
Let me come up there. I'll give you a hand, sir.
Yes, you can ask.
If you are allowed to ask what now?
It
What
was a
kind
lawyer.
of list?
Put him to death. Put him to death.
I do not have a lawyer. I'm just me.
Okay.
Please
I
represent.
could represent you, fella.
All right then. All right then. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Before we
Don't
start,
jump on the line.
Be careful there.
again, if things goes
Right,
to
okay.
the
If you
bad,
jump, I'm gonna give you a little
is
whack,
there any
alright?
final
I'm trying to knock
wishes
you
that
over
you
it,
would
okay?
like me to fulfill for you?
What did you say, man?
Oh God, it's. I don't
There's
think
a
it's
gentleman
gonna
over there that seems to be stuck on the building.
Do I have to come with it?
Why
No,
did?
no.
What?
No. We
What
will
are you
have
doing
some
up there?
estimates, But could you think of that?
You got stuck.
Yes, I'll think about it.
So,
Yep.
so the
Awesome.
spectacle is supposed to be the trial, but it's ended up being these two idiots on the roof.
Yes, well, let's keep our voices. Let's keep our voices down. There's court business. Keep your voices down. There's court business. The man's stuck. He'll work his way out, or someone will help him. There's no need to yell. Yes, we are civilized people.
So,
Goddamn it. Why did you put a goddamn mayor?
Sorry. I thought.
Because he's better as a sheriff.
If you wouldn't mind, sit down, sir. I'm going to start bringing some people in.
What?
I'm getting stuck.
Not a problem.
Mr. Clark.
Where am I?
Director.
Look at me, I'm so short.
That's all
Yep.
right.
Would you like to come with me?
Alright, I'm gonna go
Yes,
watch
sir.
this trial, and if you happen to see this trial, you let me know, all right?
Could you
Of course.
please take a seat on this bench right here?
Remind me.
Silas
So,
Perkins.
he's ordering the court for me, basically.
And please let me know if you need anything.
Well, yeah, his job is to organize the court. Your job is to
Let's go stand in the
to
line.
do exactly that, judge.
Alright, this is gonna suck.
The bailiffs are always supposed to be the ones that control the courtroom.
Yes, I would ask if your horse is parked in front of the bank that you might move it down out to the front of the street here,
Be
please.
careful. Oh, please.
We don't need horses dying today in case something happens. Yes. If your horse is there, there's a risk of
Oh, you'll be
shooting.
group 1-4, geez. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be careful.
Oh, geez, you brought me
Very
one
well.
too? Thank you, Mother.
Oh, Kathy, wore two of them.
Oh, Jesus.
There were.
If you value your fucking horses, move them up the front of the bank.
I figured out where most of it went. Into the pocket in the door.
Yes, yes, to do as you please, ma'am. This is
So,
right here is merely as an
yeah, we gotta wipe the truck out.
witness to the trial and,
Oh, here, have a...
help Mrs. Garrity.
Okay, we're in court proceedings. Not to be mean, but
What if I got nothing to do with jail?
Got a minute? Yeah.
You put it in a garbage can on the bed.
this is a trial of a known bandit in Gunsmoke County.
Sheriff does have the best voice.
Yes.
Well, I hope you have somebody watching in case somebody tries to pull a gun on me while I'm in here.
There are no guns allowed in the courtroom.
Oh, that's
Yep.
good.
If anyone pulls a gun, they will be removed immediately. And
Oh, thank you.
There you go. Good job.
And I will bring my deputy in here to keep watch on the crowd as well.
Okay, thank you.
It's fine.
Y'all don't mind if I stand here waiting for a seat?
Vasily?
beside?
Yes, you're free, man.
Vasily, could you come in here with me? Okay, I want you to be standing here during the trial, and I want you to keep your eyes on the crowd.
JJ's doing a good job.
I know.
He's-
I'm happy for JJ. And I'm so
Anyone
happy
else
it's small.
holds a gun
It's
during
small.
this trial, they shall be removed from this courthouse and immediately.
Shots first or ask
No.
questions first?
Ask questions first. Let's try to keep this civilized. If they refuse to put down their gun, then, well, you know as good as I do what to do from that point. But this man's safety during this trial is number one priority. He needs a fair trial.
No, and I do
He's
not
not to be needed
agree.
shot in the
I don't argue with that. I believe everybody needs a fair trial.
Oh
No one needs
no.
to be just
Let's
condemned to death on
move her
purpose.
out of the walkway.
Indeed. Oh boy.
Oh gosh, she wigged out.
I believe that she has turned into mush. The door.
She's turned into something, alright.
Oh my god.
Yes, that is a deputy of Sundance.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Everything's fine. Just keep going.
She's waking out all over the
Do you
place.
need me in here now, or do you still need me
Yes.
outside?
Been my whole life. Yes, I need you in here at the start to watch the door and the people that comes in.
I'm scared.
I'll just stand by the door,
about
wall
this.
then.
Yeah. If you see a better spot to stand to keep eye on the crowd, feel free to place yourself there.
I can't go past this bit here, can I?
No, not past these bars, I'm afraid. It would be a good position though, but this area is for the judge only.
Well, this. Let me see. Yeah, that's fine. I can
Yeah,
actually
you
get the
might
head
want
up
to move
there.
your horse.
See.
In case things do go bad.
Yeah, of course.
The only thing I can't see is back here, but I'm pretty sure there'll be another person on the other end of the wall.
Back here, there will be no one else back here.
Yeah, I
at all.
don't know if the sheriff wants his moved yet or not though.
I think it's small enough for everyone to fit in up there in ECG.
Yeah. People are going on the rafters, and that's about it.
Okay. But yes, this is a good vantage point. Maybe over this way, just hugging the bar so I can see. No, I can see everything from this side.
Good.
Are we expecting something like that to happen, or it's just?
No, I doubt that. Just kind of precaution.
No. Indeed, it's a precaution.
My face.
Are you looking at my butt?
The fuck?
No, but I am.
I believe it's time.
That'll be $3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck! I'm smaller
I
than the
believe it's time, Mayor. Bringing people in.
sheriff's bigger than me.
Mr. McCoy, keep order as people enter, please.
All right.
Yes. Slowly enter, no running.
Shall I sit down here or
You will-
upstairs?
All the way upstairs.
Upstairs, please.
Right.
You will sit down upstairs. If a gun is drawn, you will be asked to leave. If you do not leave, you will be forced to leave, yes.
You need another sheriff outside, or y'all good?
I'll stay out here if someone wants to stay with me. I would appreciate it, yeah.
Alright, I'll come outside with you.
Please let there only be enough seating for this. Because after these secrets,
Looks to
no
me
one
you
else.
need a haircut tomorrow day.
If you wish to attend, enter now. They will close the doors. I do not have the key.
Once seating is full, that is it.
She'll come in if she wants to.
Oh, lights white.
Yeah, I see that. I'm gonna give it a second.
Oh, come on.
You're in, right?
Yeah, I'm sitting.
Alright,
I'm
this
sitting
guy
on.
just running in place.
Yes, that's because of their.
Alright, there we go.
There it goes.
Maybe. Hey, Doc, focus. Alright, we better go.
Alright, take my
So we
hat
better go
off.
in before they lock us out.
Crafty.
Alright, court is in order and I shall come in. Is that what I should say?
Are the Lemons still around? I haven't seen them in a long time.
Yes, last call. Door will be closing soon.
Wait
yes.
for Sheriff
If you wish
Sheriff
to attend,
McCoy to
please
say
enter.
that's it.
Alright.
Wow.
Hats off, gentlemen.
Okay, that's all. Yeah, what? Fuck? What am I supposed to say now?
All right, court. You can say, all right, court, come to order.
I don't want to put us in order.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone's
Alright,
seated.
everyone's
please.
seated.
The court has come to order.
Court has come to order. So,
Now what?
You
I can't sit in this chair.
advise exactly what I told you. You have the lines.
Alright.
Alright,
Mr. Valentine,
Mr.
you understand
Valentine,
that you are
you understand
accused
that you
of
are
murder
accused of
murder
murder
and bank robbery?
and attempted
You also
murder and bank
understand
robbery.
that
You also
are
understand
high
that
crimes
these
and
are
if
high
found
crimes,
guilty, you
and
are sentenced to
if
death,
found
correct?
guilty, you are sentenced to death, correct?
I understand.
Alright.
Alright.
And I just say Mr. Jackson, your first witness.
Yes.
Alright, Mr.
Mr. Jackson, yes? Your first witness?
I would like to call Clark Wayne, my witness.
Your Honor.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Clark.
Wayne.
Clark Wayne.
Clark Wayne.
Shut up, nothing. Address the witness for me and ask if it's one. Alright, can you explain what you saw for these crimes?
Yes, ma'am. I was riding through River Run on my way to deliver a note to Mr. McCoy. I got off my horse, and Mr. Valentine pulled a gun on me. He said he wanted me to accompany him to the river, and I was on my way to acquiesce to his request, and Mr. Ned, Mayor Ned, showed up with another lady, and he pulled a rifle on Mr. Valentine and asked him to drop his weapon. Mr. Valentine refused.
What?
Mr. Ned then proceeded to ask
Okay.
Mr. Valentine to drop his weapon one more time, and that's when a shot was fired from Mr. Valentine to Mr. Ned. Mr. Ned shot back, and I was on the ground at the time. Then when Mr. Valentine came to, he started shooting me. He shot at Mr. Ned as well again, and another gentleman joined the fight. I can't be sure who it was, and also shot Mr. Ned. And when I got up off the ground and I came to, I saw that Mr. Ned was passed out on the floor. He'd been
So his final goal is probably
murder had been
that
attempted
shot.
on.
So ask questions to clarify.
I don't know what to ask. What do I ask?
Ask questions to clarify what he's saying.
I don't know what to ask like that.
First shot, finishing shot.
What do you mean?
Who instigated the gunfire, and who finished the fight?
Okay, so I should ask Mr. Blah blah instigated this fight.
No, exactly what I said. First shot, last shot.
Just ask that.
No,
First shot, last shot?
and
One second.
I can't coach you.
I
I can't coach you. You've got to ask the questions.
don't know what to ask. It's a problem.
First shot, last shot. Who shot first?
Okay, who shot first? Who shot first?
That was Mr. Valentine.
Okay.
The final shot. The final shot.
The final shot of who, Your Honor? Sorry.
On Mr. Coltrane.
Mr. Coltrane.
I can't be sure who shot the final shot, the killing blow, so to speak.
Okay.
Okay, that's clarification.
Yes.
Thank you. Alright, I really don't
Now you
stand.
can excuse him. Thank you. You may stand down.
Thank you. Stand down. You can stand down.
Maybe it's
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now address Mr. Jackson with if he has any other witnesses.
Alright, Mr. Jackson, do you have any other witnesses?
no further witnesses, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you. Now for the defense.
Yes. Address. Yeah.
Alright. Mr. Valentine, your defense?
Oh yes. Well, at the town of River Run, at the specific time we were there, a gentleman pulled a gun on Mr. Oakville, and I chose to pull the gun again, of course, on I think it was the deputy or something like that. So I asked him to, of course, let go of his gun, since we were there to talk. And after that, a fight ensued, a gunfight, where the deputy shot first. In all of this chaos, the first witness was sadly caught in the crossfire, and I wanted him out of the way. The mayor then, or that mayor I'm accused of killing, pulled the gun on me. What the witness forgets to state is that I also asked the mayor to drop his gun, because again, didn't want another man in the crossfire. And in those kinds of tensions, well, stuff happens, and when the adrenaline's pumping, I chose to shoot to incapacitate the mayor. And sadly, he apparently has, well, he died of his wounds apparently.
Shit,
With intentions, but it happened.
Alright. Alright, 1 second. Thoughts? Any witnesses? No, call for first witness. Now what? I guess I'm prosecuting.
Okay. So you need to clarify the same thing you did with Mr. Wayne. Who shot first and who shot last?
Alright.
So, in your words, who shot first?
Can you clarify who shot first and who
In what situation?
with Mr. Coltrane.
In the start of the whole thing.
With Mr. Coltrane.
Oh, yes, that would indeed be me.
Okay. So he did instigate that confrontation.
Since tensions was already high and a gunfight already was going on, I wanted to remove him from it immediately, and not wanting him in further harm.
And what about the killing now? Shit, I don't know how to word this stuff.
And what about the final shot that downed Mr. Coltrane?
And the final shot that downed Mr. Coltrane?
I mean, Your Honor, I have a hard time. It might have been me, but I'm not sure. I mean, so much happened at that time. It could have been one of the other people there that was with me, or...
Irontown, anybody from Irontown, your horse is attacking someone else's horses.
But yeah, it could very well have been me, Your Honor, but I'm frankly, I do not know for sure.
Clint, your horse.
There's a way I know I can clarify this, but, shit, wording.
No, that's mine. Why the hell, Genevieve?
Why, shit, I don't know what to say.
Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna take her straight out of town. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to say after this.
I'm not sure what you mean. You don't.
I don't know what to say now.
You got his information, so continue from there.
He doesn't know about the killing gun. I don't know what to say now.
Okay. You need some time. You have asked him if he has another witness, and if he doesn't have any other witnesses, you need time to deliberate the decision.
Do you have any other witnesses to help you confirm this?
Or to speak in your behalf.
Or what?
Or to speak in your behalf.
Or to speak in your behalf?
Well, I do have somebody speaking on my behalf, yeah.
Clint, I don't know what the hell happened to Genevieve.
It would be,
Good? Everybody good?
the mayor of,
Yeah, I think so.
River Run.
Told her to calm her tits.
Yep.
Alright, Mayor Liam, you can forward?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what to say now.
Ask me what I have to say.
And what do you have to say for this?
On this situation, what happened at River Run, I was incapacitated, so I can't confirm that information that either witness has given. But I do know that this gentleman did come to the town this morning and talk to me at great detail about his remorse and of actions that he'd taken, his led astray. He did turn over his weapons to me freely. The sheriff was not available, so I could not, of course, incarcerate him since I am not a law enforcement officer. But he did stick around the town. He didn't cause any trouble all day. He waited for the good sheriff to wake up, and then he also made it so that we had plenty of time to find a justice that would be able to try it, and then we worked out details so that this could happen. He chose for today to have this. In my opinion, I feel that he is trying to change his ways. I don't know about those shots, but I mean, it is unfortunate that Mayor Ned did pass. But could that have been from this situation, or if he was even the one that made the wound that caused Mayor Ned to die? I can't confirm that. But I can confirm that he did come to town amicably. He did turn over his weapons to me, and he did hang out in the town all day without any incidents. Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you for your testimony. You can stand down. If you have nothing further to say, you can sit down. It's fine. And now I need to reflect. What do I do?
So now you say, okay, I'm going to take time to deliberate on the testimony, and I will have my decision shortly.
Right, right now, I'm going to take time to deliberate my testimony.
The testimonies. The testimonies.
The testimonies? The testimonies? What?
And you'll have your decision shortly.
And I'll have my decision shortly. I did say that in game, right?
Yes.
May I say something?
Yes.
As a man who was shot by Mr. Valentine, I too believe that he deserves a chance to, you know, change his ways or repent for his actions. I don't believe that he deserves to swing, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Wayne.
Thank you. Boo.
May I make a comment, please, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
All right. I just want to state that at this point, you did say that bank robberies were part of his charges, and since none of that has been brought up in this court, I would actually recommend that those be stricken from the record at this time to be further pursued in the future. Since it seems only the attempted murder or murder of Ned seems to be the only thing of topic to have come up in this trial.
I don't see any evidence to pursue the bank charges, so I do agree with that. So. So the bank robbery charges are dropped then?
I don't suggest dropped, I just mean stricken from this court case since it wasn't even part of the evidence.
From the court, yes. From this case, yes.
But I do suggest they be still available to be pursued in the future, depending on whatever judgment you bring. He's not free and clear of those.
Unless given evidence otherwise, then yes. Mr. JJ?
Yes?
Is there a place where I can deliberate my thoughts?
I do have the keys to the downstairs if that would be... I don't know if that would be the best place, but that's the place.
You could just have everybody clear out.
You can, I can open the door for you. I'll just leave that open for you.
Alright, sorry about that, folks.
I just said so. No, I'm trying to make sure
Okay.
I'm saying it right. I'm not
You're
saying
fine.
that.
You're fine.
All right. Oh, shit. I don't want to
Just say it.
So in light of the given evidence, right?
It's fine. Just go with it. Go.
Right.
Fluid.
Light of the given evidence, I feel like that Mr. Valentine has not given the final blow according to what was said, and therefore I don't find that guilty. And now I'm gonna die here.
No.
And know what?
And also, you need to state that in the case of attempted murder, we can't, since we don't know whose shots did what, we cannot prove that attempted murder was even made.
In the case of the attempted murder, how things went, we don't know who downed who, so that is also I'm finding not guilty.
Now recommend him staying away from any further criminal activity.
And Mr. Valentine, I recommend that you stay away very far away from any further criminal activity.
Of course, Sean.
I'm fucking dying.
And that is my judgment.
And that is my judgment. Fuck, I know.
You did good. That was
Boo.
boo.
Silence.
I don't care if any of you don't agree. Please leave.
That was the worst boo I've ever heard. It sounded like you're trying to scare a ghost.
I don't care.
You did.
Moderately facial.
You did good.
Excuse me, but I'm actually. Excuse me, but I'm gonna call a mistrial here. I'd like to point out that shooting at anyone is attempted murder in any case.
That is incorrect, ma'am.
He freely admitted.
That is.
I'm
that
sorry,
is
but he
incorrect.
freely
That's not
admitted that
attempted
he
murder.
pulled his gun and
Read.
shot at someone. That's attempted murder.
No, ma'am. You need to look at the laws written by the federal law.
Can we sit back down?
There is no such. But there is no such thing as self-defense.
What was the verdict in here?
Not guilty.
The verdict is
Are
he
you
did not.
fucking kidding me?
He did not. Yeah,
That's
well.
what I'm saying right now.
I'm telling
we
you,
are not the
y'all.
ones to stand up for the law in this county. We know for fuck's sake it's not sanctuary. We won't stand up and do what's right and hang this man for the murder of Ned. Stand up, man. A mayor of a good town.
Yeah. Nobody knows
hell
who
with you and
actually
hell with all of
finished.
you.
Yeah.
Also,
Sorry to feel that way.
was it not supposed to be a different justice of the peace at the time where he was arrested? Is he not the justice of the peace of Riverrun?
It was the.
I'm also who turned himself into where? No, where did he turn himself into?
He turned himself into Joshua, right to my right here.
That's correct. He turned himself into the sheriff of White Willow, not River Run. And the justice of River Run was asked to stand as the judge.
Well, regardless, the law is the law.
Yes. And the law also states that reducing a person's health to the point of passing out is considered attempted murder. We cannot prove with the evidence given that that was the case. A shot being shot between two people when the shot was initiated by another person and that gentleman defending himself, it may not be right because he was already in...
Did Mr. Valentine not admit that he was the first person to shoot?
No.
No, the deputy of Riverrun was the first person.
Deputy initiated the whole...
No, that was Austin
I'm sorry.
No.
I was sitting right here. I'm pretty sure he said he shot first.
I said he was the first that shot the entire fight.
If you're not going to listen to all of the facts and you only want to hear the bits and pieces you want to hear, then please do not comment on it. Keep those to yourself. This is a court of law. It's still in order. Y'all can exit. Thank you.
I understand where I'm standing, Mr. Mayor. I happen to be quite aware of what the law is.
Well,
self-defense is not defense of the law.
Yeah, I would also like to agree with the lady up there. He did in fact say that they were both asking each other to drop their weapons, and that he did shoot first to make sure that the man was incapacitated. That's what he said. That was his own words.
As well as
Yes, Mr. Valentine took the first shot against Mr. Ned.
the situation at the whole thing. You can't just take bits and pieces of a situation and pick and choose which ones you want to remember. There was a greater situation that was at hand.
Stand up. In my courtroom, my courthouse, the justice of the peace has made her decision. If the right witnesses weren't brought forward, that's not on her. She made her decision on the information she was given. The ruling has been made.
Yeah, the case is dismissed.
And is it not in the right of a justice of the peace from another area to call a mistrial if they feel that the trial was mishandled?
No.
Yeah, we can't try him again because that would be double jeopardy.
Oh, he's been tried. Got to try
I'm sorry, but according to the rules, in the case of a mistrial, he could be charged again if new evidence can be found.
In case of mistrial,
That is the federal law.
You can find yourself a new chef.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. If you feel unjust, you take that to a higher level. But I'm telling you right now, with the evidence she was given, she made a fair judgment. You heard the testimonies.
I'm not even
You
sure
even
what
had a
this trial,
person who
the
was.
verdict is being said.
That's correct. And after his testimony of what happened, Mr. Wayne even admitted. So, you know, there's no mistrial here. The evidence was given. Verdict was given. That's the end of it. Now, you heard the federal gentleman say, clear his courtroom. Let's get his courtroom cleared. Sheriff Jackson, please take care of that.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Well, that was
I'm not pushing, no shoving.
That was mighty exciting.
Justice system's a failure.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, this is gonna start turning some heads. Let's see who goes off loose.
Seems like I wake up and you got to run to jail for every other goddamn day.
Thank you, Your Honor, for one fall.
Don't even pay attention to it, David. Just.
Hey, Mr. Cole.
Shut the hell up.
Where is this order justice of the peace?
Very well.
Hey there, little one. Give me one moment. I need
It's okay.
to some law books real
There's
quick.
a federal agent that wants to speak to you, miss.
Was it you that...
It is. Because they don't understand that evidence was,
Thank you.
a situation ensued and decisions were made. I mean, you can't.
I'm sorry.
Is anybody else over here from White Widow besides you and here, Jay?
It's good. I was suggesting perhaps keep
That's a
the
strong
road clear except for law enforcement and yourself.
Run.
Your protection.
You're
Thank you very much.
But he was not proven that he killed Ned. It doesn't matter. Shooting somebody isn't necessarily attempted murder. That's what people are not understanding. They have to reduce the hit points to 0. Nobody can prove that Henry shot Ned so far as to reduce his hit points to 0. Nobody can prove that. That means attempted murder is not proven. The fact that Ned died from it is unfortunate, but the attempted murder and then murder, he'd have been found guilty of the attempted, and then that Ned, permadeath off that wound. I mean, those are things that have to be proven, and it was not proven. I mean, that's why she asked who shot first, and he explained, the situation that started was actually what shot first. What?
I'm being asked stuff, and
Oh,
they're so
sorry.
quiet. I can't hear them.
There was no gunfire. There was nothing. I got off my horse. I got held up by Mr. Valentine. And then Ned showed up.
Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm the witness.
I appreciate your not having a biased opinion on what the verdict was there at this time. I understand the disappointment. I mean,
People are just hungry for blood.
yes, and that's exactly what I see, and that is not right. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Justice is justice. We cannot prove that man, made it so that Mayor Ned actually died from his wounds. We can't prove that, and they're not understanding that shooting somebody is not attempted murder. You have to shoot them enough to make it so that they have to crawl back in after they come back. I mean, after they come back too. You can't. It's no. I understand. Y'all are, but I'm just saying that's the thing that the lawmen have to get through to people to understand that just because somebody gets shot, I mean, people get shot every day. I mean, that doesn't mean that everybody is being attempted murder on everybody. It happens. It takes a specific set of requirements to be considered attempted murder.
And like, I'm just gonna say your handling of what happened to your town. You're being very merciful to Mr. Valentine.
Yeah, I mean,
Furious would have called for his head immediately.
the thing is not everybody that was with Jeremiah has the same mindset as Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a very big influence on a lot of people, and that's what they need to understand. Jeremiah is now gone. It's time to put this county back together. And if we have to, rehabilitate some of those folk that dealt with him, then we have to rehabilitate them. It's not just go hang them all, because then who's going to be left in Gunsmoke? Nobody.
Oh, I know.
The only thing I'm going to have to say, Mayor, out of my own personal experience with
Honestly,
the
after that
rehabilitation thing, some people don't
outburst,
want
and
to
now
be
I'm savoring
rehabilitated.
it like a sweet.
Oh, I understand that. I gave that young Mr. Austin that option last night, and he shot Rattler right in the chest. So, I mean, unfortunately, that one I don't think I'm going to be able to bring back. But I believe after the conversations I had with Mr. Valentine that we'll be able to rehabilitate that man. And if I'm wrong, I mean, he'll have to go against the new crimes. I mean, that's just, it happens.
Yes. It's just if he does go back, it's on both of your heads, according to the county.
Yeah, I mean, and I understand that. But people also need to understand that not every person that has done something with another criminal is in the same mindset as that criminal. Not everybody wants to go kill people.
Oh. Good.
Yes.
Been working all day, Kevin.
Where I'm from, I am a criminal. I'm a political dissident, so I know exactly how that is.
Came here a bit late,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
couldn't go into the courthouse.
Well, all I can hope for is that Mr. Valentine
Are you heading over to Whiteville or
his
not?
very best now, because right now he is on a very short leash.
Oh yeah, his eyes are going to be all over him.
If he gets involved, he has already left.
Need to repair my tools.
Yeah, we can't ask somebody to do something that they don't want to do. That's why I said yeah.
Right until the bank opens, it's fine.
I just hope
You want a
that
tater around here?
the decision you
Oh,
both have made is going to be a good one. I don't have any other opinion, but that's
I'm gonna go get some donkey
Well,
and goat soup.
that is why the
Me, my dog.
justice of the peace is different.
That's right. Sorry about that. Hey, Jay.
I'm at to bring
Hello, Jay.
criminals into court.
Whoa.
I'm in the position to at all.
I
None
don't
of my
mean to
business.
doubt your
I
skills, son, but
am supposed to provide witnesses to go prove against him.
Oh no, he left.
He's a
At this
damn
time,
good
there was
tailor,
only
buddy.
one witness. He gave his testimony. That's all I can do.
Damn good tailor.
Yeah, I mean that's why I sent Sheriff McCoy out to find a JOP because I didn't want this on Miss Eden's head because I knew if the evidence was given the way it was given from what I had already heard that people were not going to be pleased. There were going to be people who were one way and there were going to be people who were the other way, just like every trial.
Well, that makes sense. Fair enough. But I say you never do check.
Well, what happens now, Judge?
This young man over here, he needs to show himself.
I'm going to step out and I'm going to take a look on the crowd outside and see
That's your shot.
if it has scattered some or if there still is a bunch of people out there. If it's more calm, I would suggest we take this, Miss Eden and Liam here to take the opportunity and return home.
Escort them home.
Are you in need of an escort back home, you think?
Well,
Good news for you as well, Silas.
I guess that sounds good.
I mean if y'all like to. I've already been shot a few times. If they shoot me again, I'm sure. One time's going to be the last time, but I'm not making any friends because I want fairness. I don't want bias.
Well,
Let me go and take a peek.
you do know the
outside.
town wants, something to happen, and don't want anything to happen to both of you because that is not a good thing. That is not justice as well.
Yeah, that's correct.
I just want to make sure that you guys get in home safely.
Are you actually talking shit about his hair?
I'm surprised there wasn't
Nothing wrong with his hair.
I'm just saying, it's not stylish right now, friend.
I mean,
I don't care about
the-
style, it just works.
Kind of spoke on his behalf.
it's hard to hear you, Miss Rogers. It's a pretty much loud crowd around outside still.
Just saying, I'm happy to wait until people leave.
Okay. Yeah, we can let it die down, so I don't have a problem with that.
I think people are waiting for them.
They're waiting for you to come out.
I think two more to go. That's all I'm gonna say.
You want me to come
Well,
out?
they didn't bring any evidence for the other.
They're waiting for you to come out probably. While they're all sitting around, they're gonna have to give you a piece of their
Anyway,
mind. I think.
Jack's a damn good
I mean,
tailor.
they need to understand that we're the ones that got Rufus hung for his actions because he proved he didn't provide any evidence otherwise. So I mean, it's not like we're biased to helping the damn criminals. I mean, we brought him to court the first time. I mean, they got to understand that not everything is going to go the way they want it to go. It's got to be just and fair.
If anybody needs has any bounties out, name's John White. Best bounty hunter in these parts. So
We are
just go ahead and
civilized.
let me
I'm
know.
not just gonna hang somebody for stealing a piece of bread, for example.
And I saw the comment about accessory. Accessory is not covered by gun smoke guidelines, so that we can't judge them on those. We can only judge on the actual. But yeah,
Trying to get
so
people to clear out now. Just go home and shows off on it.
Yeah, I've been hiring a few little miners and they collect some gold from me. Simple man.
Keep better once they clear out.
Might as well face it.
That's
I
fantastic.
mean, there's nothing to make
There is
something
no
out of
review.
Trappings of a rich
I'm
man.
just saying.
I mean, they could just shoot you, but
Well,
then
then-
getting shot. But
Then they'll be on trial.
They'll be
What you mean? You're the guy who's trying to threaten me. You can't do it.
I just want to make sure that
You
everyone gets
couldn't
home
afford
safe. I don't want
anything.
to end up
You
pulling
pulled
out
your
guns
gun out
and
on an
killing
innocent
someone.
man because you didn't want a salesman in your town. You can't make it. Oh, it wasn't just a $5 hat. It was the head of Jeremiah himself.
We already
I did
had
get
one.
$5
We already had one.
Oh my gosh. I told her she had to make her decision herself, and she did. So I mean,
I already felt that even with this evidence was shit.
I mean that. I mean,
Shut the fuck up for a second.
Oh, what, you got your shout over me? What, you gonna draw a gun on me out here like you did in White Willow?
Our town has been attacked once.
Oh yeah.
So if you're gonna talk shit and go around and tell these other towns that we're a bunch of bandits and all this other shit,
all bandits. You guys
I do
all
appreciate
bandits.
your
you're the only bandit out here trying to rob these people of their money. Calling them
did he say something to me? Because I can't hear.
Oh, why you removing me?
Appreciates
He
your
was the guy that
you're a wise man.
Okay. Yeah, well, Mayor Liam is a stand-up guy, man. I've been that way since I got to Gunsmoke. I'm gonna go in the grave that way. I mean, I don't like that young Mr. Rufus. He tried to tell me that they were gonna try and say I was in league with Jeremiah. I was like, okay, yeah. Too many people know Mayor Liam. I've been everywhere trying to figure out who was who and passing the word of who I figured out was who. And so, I mean, if they can believe what they like, but I'm always going to be fair and just. If I believe somebody can be rehabilitated, then we should do everything in our means to do it.
Let me go out there.
You touch me again, I'll get you fired from your job. No, it ain't. You don't have the jurisdiction to assault someone. You touch me again, I'll be going to the court of law and bringing you in and getting your ass fined. Hey, Stan, yeah, that was assault. You grabbed hold of me without my respect. You dragged me along the ground. You assaulted me, and I'm taking that to the court of law.
There's a lot of arguing out there, Ed. I can barely hear you.
I explain you why we're folk.
No.
I'll be right next to you.
I'm not gonna get shot.
Do the smart
Oh,
thing.
yeah, you
No, I say.
You fucking bandit.
Your Honor, it's not.
Not a bandit.
I take it everybody
Willow
gets yourself
bandit.
as a bandit. You sit there and talk shit about everybody, but they're not doing their
I
thing.
ain't talking shit. People come up to me and
Yes,
insult
you
me and
are.
they don't expect it.
All right, hey.
Look at this. You see, this is the kind of man that come from White Willow. A bunch of bandits. And that's exactly
See,
my
that's you
example.
talking shit.
Oh, I can talk shit. You just
Hey,
don't
clear
tell
the
me.
fuck out. We're done here.
You're a criminal. You're a
God
criminal.
damn.
And your goddamn sheriff's a criminal as well. Assault. I'm a goddamn sheriff. You should be embarrassed about yourself. You're not a law enforcement.
Then take
You're
it up with somebody
goddamn
that's
creating a
power
fucking
scene.
Foolish man. You're lying like a rug. You pulled a gun on an innocent
Oh
man
my
just 'cause you
goodness,
were
it's
upset that he
crazy.
did not say the words complimentary to your appearance.
What does your screen say?
Creating a
You're a
fucking
bandit.
scene.
Um,
Saying it in a
The
quiet
scene was
manner,
straight
not
upon me.
something entirely-
They love that Mr. White's getting chewed out.
And one of your little pathetic boys from your town, the bearded
Oh,
guy that doesn't have the dress sense
just-
of a little girl, comes
just
up and
questions.
says, "Yeah, text me with
Yeah,
the
I mean,
right
just
to
statements and
myself."
stuff about things we already
I don't
know.
get it,
But
listen to your
I mean,
voice, son.
the
You're a
problem
bandit as
is
well.
again, you've got to take in all of the evidence, not just part of the evidence.
And I did as best
Yes,
as I
you
could.
you did good.
Thank you very
You
much,
did
sir.
good. I'm very proud of you, man.
But
That's what makes it out.
but that was a bit.
They stopped
I know, right? Right? He threatened me over pitching him $1 for a trim on my beard. He threatened me, and I'm just like, okay.
That was something else. This is definitely not New York.
Mo, you're going to escort me and Liz to vote.
See, he's trying to
Yeah.
save the bill for everything.
You always got to remind yourself, though.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is they don't. They don't have a.
These guys like to pull guns. They like to
Well, I
they
think.
like to play the big man.
I think me and Miss Eden can.
I can't hear him.
Say 10 but 2.
I think we.
I mean, if you shot as good as you talked, it might have been a good thing, but you don't. So.
Hey, we have to stay out of here, right? Can't fucking hear.
I only shoot
Let's go, Miss Eden.
bandits.
We're
So,
gonna
I like to stick to the law.
to our horses and on our way.
I don't know where my horse is. It's near the well.
It's a,
Alright, so.
no, your horse is over here.
Keep your nose clean, man.
Anyway, stay safe out there.
Anybody except this
Yeah,
dumbass
you
here
too.
is welcome.
Make
Well,
sure you steer clear of me.
Yeah, what
Thank,
below the tank
thank you for
lamps,
being
everybody.
straight, sir.
Overpriced.
Thank you for standing up for me. Mind if I accompany you back to not Whitewall, River?
I take it you would like your
Get
belongings.
my stuff?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah, I know that. And we don't have that. We don't actually have that in there. It wouldn't be advisable, unfortunately, for me to hire you. But if you get your nose clean and you show the other folk of the county exactly that you are going the clean path, I would not have an issue contracting some work.
Oh, they're following us. Okay.
Who?
The lady inside who can't.
Yeah, Miss Rogers.
Oh, she's nice. I'm
I
thankful.
hope you guys all are gonna be fine after this.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of blowback, but I'm used to it. I'm a tough old bastard.
No, I'm not tough. I'm squishy.
We're gonna go up over
What
Irontown.
about you, man? It can't have been easy. Be the one passing,
No, it wasn't. But I followed with the evidence given. My verdict is what it is.
Well, I hope you'll be fine at least.
Y'all with me?
And if she has evidence, she should have came forth with evidence.
That's right. Because there was only one.
I'm cussing. No, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Yeah.
I gave her the chance to come forward with legit evidence. She asked to say something. She could have come
Who?
forward with evidence. Sadie, the one who bitched me out saying mistrial.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I just.
No, I want to say something. I do, but we're walking right now.
Where is she? Where is she
This
saying
isn't
that?
fucking in-game help. I want
Oh.
to say something about it. That's not okay.
Then she should have told Joshua, and he should have used that evidence, and he didn't. So, it's not a mistrial. You had evidence that you used, and you were given that evidence. That's all you have. You can't use any other.
That's not fair, if that's the case. That's not fair. He had one witness. He had one more spot for a witness, if that was the case. And if so, she was allowed to come forward. I'd given her the chance. She didn't. A glitching pig. Not a pig, but a hog.
Forgive me, Miss Bella, for not going extremely quick. I'm not trying to disconnect or lose my blackouts in here because I'm sorry, blackouts in here. Yeah. God damn.
Wait, where's the other one?
What? You talking about Henry?
Yeah.
It's better for him to go a different way.
Snake. I can't steal it.
Also, Miss Bella, from that conversation there, Snake, that I was not offering that man a job. I told him he needs to get his nose clean and prove himself before he can get any work from River Run.
She said right, that's all I thought.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want people to think that I'm going to harbor fugitives. So I'm not harboring a fugitive.
He's not a fugitive.
the evidence that we were given. I mean, I think Miss Eden made a pretty good decision. I mean,
he's no longer a fugitive.
It's unfortunate, but it's unfortunate.
Now they're gonna hate us. They're never gonna
Yeah.
get town.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I mean, it works out good. It's very fitting to the character. And now I have to fucking figure out how to convince your ass to stay.
Oh, he was just doing that for character?
That's gonna be fuck. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the first one, when we put Rufus up, he refused to listen to me. His could have went way different. You never know. I mean, it's all based off of the evidence given.
Alright, no more talking about the trial, please.
All right, let's not torture Miss Eden anymore from her decision there. We'll just take this nice leisurely ride home.
If people want to talk about it, fine, but not to my face.
And then maybe we can discuss some purchases for the saloon if I ever come up with some money.
I mean, I'm getting like 85, 80, 70 to 90 every guess. What are you getting?
Oh, you actually left the whole town and everything? Oh shit.
Come back.
Oh fuck, that means you don't have access to any of your animals unless you unclaimed one of them.
I didn't mean to make him leave. I'm sorry. Well, I didn't make him do anything, but...
Exactly. That's the mentality you keep. You didn't make anybody do anything.
But
Everybody makes their own choices.
I do feel bad. I would like it to be all hugs and fucking yay, but...
Yep. Dude, you did good. That was great RP. Let me tell you, that was
That
great.
made me fucking cry, basically. I legit cried. He can't hear me, but I don't care.
Oh yeah, dude, she was almost in tears.
I did. That incident made me fucking cry. I was in tears.
And after listening and then Wayne's testimony, that just puts it that much, it just put it that much harder on her.
Oh, she's below us. She's smart not to follow us. Not legit.
Yeah, I know. My microphone can be a little too sensitive, so.
I'm sorry.
What's that? I think so. Keep moving, dude.
What's after you?
Okay. I'm sure he'll show up to get the rest of his belongings.
Oh no! Oh god.
Oh man. Now I've got to talk. Well, I guess. Well, no, because Deegan's got his brother, and I've only got one spot right now. So, let's see. I got to figure out who I'm gonna get to fill that spot until I find a replacement. Where the fuck is Junior? I'm gonna have to find out if Junior quit.
I can't. How can you hear her? Because I can't hear her.
I have a really good. Yeah. turn Rattler's ass into a sheriff. But isn't Rattler already part of somewhere else? I don't.
Come back.
That, and he may not. You never know. The character Rattler may not agree with the decision also. So, I mean, he may be. He may feel the same way as McCoy. So,
He didn't act like it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to in character see what's going on.
I mean, this young lady isn't acting that way, thankfully. But if she agrees or not, I don't know.
No, but she's
being kind.
Yes, she's a law. Yeah, she's a lawman, and
she's putting personal feelings aside and being a lawman and taking us home.
Yeah.
And I thank her ungodly amounts for that.
Yep. And then when we get back to the town, oh shit! I don't want to walk off that.
Yay, they're in town.
And we're gonna get back to town, and there's gonna be a damn riot in our streets, and we don't have a sheriff.
Nope, they're gonna go fuck you. Get the fuck out of my town.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrible because the problem I have with a lot of, because I've asked numerous times of the admins, about the law system, because there are a lot more things that could be charged in there than what they have listed, and they can't quote law books, for every single possible scenario, because it just wouldn't work.
Just go with attempted murder. They can do something like
They've
ban him for 2 days.
They've already got the attempted murder. They've already got that. Attempted murder and murder are there. Assault with a deadly weapon. None of those things are considered high crimes.
What he did was assault, and he
Even though assault with a deadly weapon that results in someone catching an infection and dying, that would be considered attempted murder. It wouldn't be murder because the intent was not to murder, so it would be considered attempted murder.
Well,
they didn't have the term manslaughter and stuff like that.
If he still gave the final blow and he died overnight, then that is murder, even in the normal law.
The thing is it's not, if it's not the wound that killed him and an infection that he received from improper treatment, that's completely separate. They're different things, and that's the thing is nobody can clarify those things.
A doctor could, but they're going to be biased, which is understandable.
If he died from an infection that he got after receiving a wound, they're not gonna. It would not. Yeah. But they don't clarify enough in the rules for things like that.
That has to be role played out. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Be creative. If die from an infection, not the wound itself. Be creative.
That's why we have all of these different scenarios that we role play out, and unfortunately, the only reason that happened was not of a choice of Valentine. That choice was made by the other person. So.
At least I'm glad she's not being biased or personal. I really am.
It's one of those things where it's going to play out. There's always a target on Liam's back. It's obvious.
It's not you as a target now. It's me.
No. I'm the one that stood up for what you said.
It doesn't matter. I'm still a target. I'm the one who gave the judge. I gave final word.
Yeah, but I justified
That
your
doesn't mean
judgment.
anything to them. They don't give a shit who did justified what. So did Clark Wayne. He didn't back me up, but he backed up the fact that that man should have not been hung.
Yeah, I mean,
And yet they said nothing to him.
it's they already had their opinion before they sat down in the courtroom. I can tell you that from, by the way,
Yes, I know they already had their opinion.
whatever her name is, freaking raising her voice and yelling. I mean, if she's in the in-game help saying stuff, then that's not in character. That's
No,
that's
she's
her
in
having her.
in-game asking who is available for evidence once I'm done typing it up. That's not okay.
No. Turn right here. I mean, they should have. I mean, like I said, as soon as they saw the in character announcement, they should have approached JJ with their evidence and said, "I'd like to be a witness," and blah blah blah. But the thing is the things that he was tried for were not anywhere near where they were talking about. This was only the events at River Run. That's what they're also not getting, is that this was just the events at River Run. We had no other, there were no other things that were brought on that thing. Are you still?
Yeah, we're behind you. What it is.
Okay, because I'm along the river now. I went out in front of Mr.'s house. Yeah, there you go.
I'm trying. We can run it home, I guess.
All right. Well, I don't want to because there's this one spot just up here by the Fletchers, just past the Fletchers, where I usually pass out.
Let us know if you walk out. Let her know that.
Yeah, sometimes I get them blackouts right up here, so I don't want to run through here because I think that makes it worse.
I'm muted so I can semi-hear her. Or try to.
Yeah. That and the accessory, that stuff, they don't have any of that stuff in there. That's.
I don't care if I get cussed out because she's a bit butthurt bitch. Can you run now?
If you want to run, I'm fine.
You should walk home. Oh, someone. Oh.
Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy, howdy.
Who was that?
Mr. Wayne.
Wait. The admin Kepro, how do you say his name?
Yeah, Sapporo.
Yeah, said good, and he should basically be in words of encouragement and be nice.
Oh, he actually said you did good?
He said I did good, and whether or not people agree with you, the ruling is not important.
All right, Miss Bella. Thank you for escorting us home.
Yes, thank you very much.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
would you happen to know where I could find black pearls?
They're useless.
Black pearls. Well, I mean, I don't know what you'd want them for.
Fixing cameras.
Oh, see, I was told that they weren't used for anything. The best place to get black pearls if you can find some of them fossils inside them mines. There'll be like skeletons on the walls, and you can take your pick to them and get them black pearls out of them.
Alright, thank you. Also, nice haircut.
Thank you, thank you. I take it you'll be wanting your stuff, sir.
Oh, well, I would like it, yeah. Oh, the goat is guarding it. Perfect.
Yeah, yes.
Everybody will check onto the goat.
I would recommend that one item that you dispose of that.
Which one?
The one that has a name on it.
Let's see, which one would that be? The black gun?
That would be the one that says Ned Coltrane. I would recommend that you.
Let's see, Ned Coltrane. Which one would that be? Ah, there, I see it.
Yeah. Just as a piece of advice.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was something I stole from the bandits before I left.
Yeah. But do please, I implore you, stay away from the crime. Make a legitimate citizen yourself.
Don't worry, man.
Prove that Miss Eden's judgment was right. All right, and then maybe in the future we can.
Also, I do want to say sorry that I submitted all my guns when I kept some here. It was in case that, well, this kind of shitstorm happened.
Yes, I understand.
I'm not trusting the rest of them.
I understand that. That's why that information is between me and you, sir. Between me and you. Understand?
Of course. I will leave River Run. If anybody asks for me, and say I went north.
Okay.
Going north. I'm not a liar, and then I'll go south.
Alright. I mean, where you're going is no consequence to me, sir. So, I mean,
Oh, no,
unfortunately, I
don't believe that your work.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want you guys, after all you've done for me, to get caught up in this.
Yeah, I told you I'd get you as fair a trial as I could. I mean, and I held my word that fair treatment.
Thank you.
I mean, Mr. Rufus would have did the same thing. I imagine that something similar would have happened to him, and then we'd been even more hated. But he didn't take that path, and I'm sorry for it.
Yeah.
But I would definitely.
You guys are so hated now.
Well, I mean, it is the way it is. I mean, I'm a businessman. I want business. Unfortunately, sometimes it don't go the way you want it.
But do please stay safe out there. Same with you, man. Stay safe.
You too.
You as well.
I think there's gonna come some people after me, so.
Well, they're
if
not
you
allowed
hear
to
that I murdered
anymore.
somebody,
You cannot have a bounty on
they
their
are
head
going to anyway.
free of your charges.
Well, of what here? Now remember, that's of what happened here at River Run. All those are, that's all gone. So you make sure that you keep your nose clean so that nobody comes after you for anything else.
I'm planning on it.
All right. Stay safe.
Let's just say that if that woman of White Willow is going to be trying anything with more cases, I'm not going to show up for that. She will want to see me hanged.
Well, all I can say is.
Sellers type.
Yes.
Stay safe out there.
Yep. Mr. Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Could we have a conversation, sir?
Yes, we can.
I don't want you to think that, you know, our verdict on that was biased to try and get favor with them folk. Because I know that's the way a lot of people are going to look at it.
Well, you know, you took the evidence and did what you had to do with what you was given.
Well,
That's
yeah.
all
I
it
mean,
is.
Miss Eden was, you know, she's very torn up because, you know, there wasn't enough to say yes, kill the man. I mean, it just wasn't wasn't
Well, I
solid
didn't want him
enough.
to die either. I mean, isn't there anything, you know, isn't there any ruling that, you know, where he is found guilty of his crimes, but he doesn't get hanging, you know,
Not if he's
doesn't get killed?
not if he's convicted of a high crime. If it's a high crime, then no. It has to be a lesser crime. But because they were high crimes, it's either guilty or not guilty. There's no gray.
But is there that you can be convicted of a lesser crime, though? Or no?
Well, the thing is nothing of the lesser crimes fits what the situation was, because there's not like from everything I looked at and read, there's nothing that met the situation. I mean, you can't just go, okay, he
He shot me.
well,
Shot me twice.
yeah.
I was unarmed. I was a civilian. I was compliant with his order, but he still shot me. I don't think you should swing for that, but
See, and that's just it. Is that
is there nothing that can
it's either a regular shooting.
I think.
Unfortunately, just shooting somebody isn't. I mean, it's either because I had this discussion with them federal folk and like the assault with a deadly weapon and stuff like that we know about. Those type of things, it's either he tried to kill him or he killed him. You know, those are the only ones that they give us the options of when it comes to that line. Other than that, you got like cattle wrangling and things like that.
Hi, Eden. Are you okay? No.
I won't lie.
I'm fine.
I'm sad that he was let off for, you know, his involvement. But as far as the evidence goes, attempted murder, you know, I guess he made a choice based on the evidence, and that's what's right.
I mean, and that's just it. They don't understand that that's the only thing that he was, that he got, that he's got proven innocent on was attempted murder and murder. That's it. Nothing else. There's still other things that other people can get for him. It's just the ones here at River Run that we can't get him on that because it just was not. There was.
I'm just sad that I didn't watch exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Because I had my back turned for that split second that the last shots were fired on Mr. Nair.
Well, according to the law,
If I had
it's
seen,
not so black and
I
white.
could have
It's one or
confirmed.
the other. It's,
And I just.
You mean there's no gray
no
there?
gray.
Well, next time I'll make sure I
It's all
will
black
return
and white.
to it.
It's either you
I'll be
are
facing that
guilty
fucker.
and you die, or you're not guilty and you walk. There's no
Yeah. I mean,
tried and
no, I told him, I said, keep your nose clean, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, anything else happens and yeah, they're not going to be lenient.
there was no final blow for him to not be
No,
killed.
sir.
So it wasn't.
I mean, and
There's a bit of evidence against him, and that's it. I mean, whoever the justice of peace is.
So it didn't stick.
yeah. I mean, even if it's Miss Eden and he does something else, she's not going to go light. She's going to be done. You're done, sir. We told you, stay clean. You didn't stay clean. You're done.
That possibly could have been him as well. No one knows for sure. So I can't
But I just want you to understand, sir, I'm trying to be fair and just. That's it. I'm not trying to take any favoritisms or anything.
And that's all that we can add. I'm exactly the same. That's why I said my piece. I didn't want him to die. I want him to have the chance to, you know,
To me, that's not enough.
Right, right.
not be a bad man.
Exactly, exactly.
I just wish I could.
And I hope other people will come to their senses and realize that.
Drop all this stuff and say, hey, take me to court and give all
So,
weapons,
Where's Mr. McCoy now?
and say all they
he threw his badge at me and left. I guess I've got to find me a new sheriff. Right now it's, well, now what do I do about Mr. Glass? Mr. Glass is a menace, and I've got numerous. I mean that one, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That one's fucking swinging. I'm gonna bring enough evidence against that man that he swings.
I hope so. I hope so, buddy.
I've got. I mean, there's just so much evidence already, and I've already got a deputy and a sheriff that know they're apprised of the situation, and they know that there's going to be a warrant for Mr. Glass, and he's going to be hopefully apprehended without incident.
How in the hell did he become a lawman?
How? I have no clue. That to me is the biggest debauchery in freaking the federal government right there, because they should know that man is a damn known criminal just because he got away with something because of a bandit town. Because that's what I heard about freaking Purity Creek, is that the daggone mayor, justice of the peace, and that sheriff were all in the bandit's pocket. So that's how he got off with that. So,
understand.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
I mean, I've been to Sanctuary. I've had dealings with them. They appear to be good people, you know?
Yeah.
I suppose that's the trick of it, though, isn't it?
I mean, Mr. Kelly was here earlier talking about someone shot him, and I was unfortunately dealing with so much already.
Rufus. That fucker Rufus.
I'm sorry.
I don't even get how that damn Rufus is still in the county after frickin' Rattler shot him yesterday. I mean, I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense.
Wasn't he tried? Wasn't he supposed to be convicted of?
He was convicted. There is a capture when cited, which if he's in Sanctuary and Glass didn't capture him and frickin' execute him, then guess what? He's in violation of the federal frickin' order.
Well, there's witnesses to attest to that. Ed and Kelly.
Exactly.
Right there.
Exactly. So that's even more evidence. So I feel that, and then because of how the mayor came in here with Glass, and I think her name was Clara, and basically told me a cockamamie story that I've already had numerous witnesses come and tell me, is false, that she's in league with him. So that means that Lou Hart is just as dirty as Glass. But the problem is I can't prove that she shot anybody. I can prove Glass shot somebody. Because he told me himself.
Isn't Glass? Doesn't he have some love interest in Sanctuary?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
My boy had a lot of evidence himself. talking to people and such.
Yeah. Well,
I hope that McCoy doesn't do anything stupid, because, you know, the boy's a good man. I don't want his heart blackened because of some inaction.
yeah, I hope he
Tried
doesn't.
to get justice the right way, but I think he feels cheated, especially when, you know, the person that was the person that was murdered was Ned.
Yeah.
I know that
I mean,
McCoy felt strongly about Ned.
I'm partial to Ned too. I mean, we were good friends, you know. I helped him protect his town from the damn bandits. I mean, I understand that. But, you know, just because I have those feelings and it went bad for him, it doesn't mean that I can say, you know, yes, this man killed him, because, I mean,
No, that would be wrong, sir.
exactly. I mean,
He
it's
definitely inflicted a wound upon Ned.
exactly.
He was the first to
And
fire on Ned.
and he wasn't the only one. So I mean, it's not like we can say yes, his shot is the one that made Dad die. I mean, there wasn't enough. Now, had it just been him and Ned, and there wasn't other things going on, and you got to see it, and you saw him do like an execution shot, that would have been a different story. Then we'd have had him. Then he'd have swung. But we didn't have that. As much as I'd love to have that.
Passed out of the town.
He wasn't proud. He was cocky and
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's very
In the years I
unfortunate.
was passed out because he shot me twice.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even on, but there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, man, you know you got our support. You know we're here.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure from Mr. Zhao's comments that he's kind of not feeling it. So it sucks too. But I mean, I hope he can look and see, you know, what we were given, and the entirety of the situation. That's the other thing too, is the entirety of the situation. I'm not sure if, you know, it happened really fast. I'm not sure if Junior or Austin shot first, or I mean, I don't remember. I don't even remember. What's his name? Valentine. I don't even remember him having his weapon drawn when the first shots were fired. So, I mean, but it was really hazy. I mean, they told me about stuff. The big things is I know that damn Jeremiah. He fucking pulled all that crap together. So, and he's already had, you know, his life removed from this county. So, I mean, it is what it is. Oh shit. Well, Ed's outside my office. I see him over there in the window. I guess I better take my chewing out.
Oh God, I love
Thank you for your time, Mr. Wayne.
It's all right, man.
Come on, Ed.
No, I believe he did leave already. He just came and got his things.
Yeah.
But we're wanting to keep him with.
Wow, I don't know if you were noticing, but McCoy threw his badge at me.
Yeah, heard that.
It's unfortunate. I wish he would have waited and let me explain how, you know, because he's got to understand, you know, he wasn't here. He didn't get to see everything that happened. It's
I do know who started that gunfight at the beginning. It was Austin.
Well, at least some people are
okay.
They don't 100% agree, but they understand.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, you should have piped up, Ed. I mean, you should have piped up. You should have piped up on that and said something. But that's still.
I tried, but you guys were literally in here ignoring me. I tried to come in earlier today. Don't you remember?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about. I'm talking about while we were at the court. When somebody.
I was outside.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, even if it still wasn't Valentine that instigated the fight, so it was Austin. So I mean, that still that still makes it so that Valentine wasn't the instigator. So it's a goddamn bad situation all the way around. And it's just people. I don't think enough people understand that it's you know, there's not enough evidence to say that it was because there was so much that happened.
Yeah, there was.
What's up, Wex? Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, if he goes back to all of them, he's gonna hang for sure. But
Oh
I
yeah,
think
and that's what I told him. I told him I was like, man, I'm gonna tell you, don't
Don't say that
keep your
in
nose
chat.
clean. Keep your nose clean.
Alright.
Mayor got a lot of bullets in there.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing better with the support.
Mayor?
Yes.
Howdy. I just want to let you know, we went looking for Mr. McCoy. We couldn't find him up in Last Plains or anything like that. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, you're in here. Never mind, I didn't see you came in there. You don't have Mr. Valentine's address, do you?
All he told me is he was going north.
I mean, there wasn't a lot of evidence to begin with, or evidence that was pointing directly to him half the time.
Alright.
No, where he used to live, he used to live with Austin. He lived with Jeremiah and them, so I don't know.
Yep, and that's
I'm just hoping that Mr. McCoy is not planning on ambushing him. See, he was pretty steamed after that trial. But you know,
Yeah.
Mr. McCoy's got to realize if we didn't have enough, if the justice didn't have enough evidence, she didn't have enough evidence.
I know, and anybody who had evidence, they needed to fucking say something. I mean,
I don't like what he's saying in this chat. Henry's
Yeah.
like, this will be the day you almost
You know, the
captured
sheriff,
Henry Valentine.
ex-sheriff, Mr. McCoy, can get pretty hot-headed.
yeah, he can.
Well, only two witnesses are allowed to give evidence in a case of a trial. So I mean, there was two witnesses, was there not?
There was only one. There's two. It's two witnesses for each side. There was only one for the prosecution.
Well, then maybe that people shouldn't have just tried to rush the trial and taken the time to collect the people and gather the right evidence to be able to make sure that it was tried properly.
Yeah, Mr. Zhao, I agree with that statement right there. That there should have been some time taken to get the papers together and the evidence.
The gentleman was given.
At least for Valentine. At least for Valentine.
Yeah,
But
he
for,
was.
people such as Rufus Hyde and Austin Anderson, they should be trialed immediately after their capture.
Well, Rufus, there is no more trial. Rufus has already got execution order.
Yeah, but for Mr. Henry Valentine, he handed himself over, so he was obviously willing to cooperate.
He's the one that chose the time. We gave him the time, and we all agreed. And then we gave him a couple hours to get information. He didn't have any other information. I told Mr. Jackson, what the people that we had here and what evidence we had, and that evidence was given. If somebody else had other evidence, then they should have approached Mr. Jackson when they saw the announcement.
Well, maybe, Mr. Mayor, we shouldn't have the accused pick the time that we have a trial.
It wasn't just the accused. It was. Okay. Well, here's the thing.
You need to give people a few days to collect information. There are other crimes that man is responsible for committing, and those people need time to collect information too. And then he would have been tried for all
They had every day up until he was here and turned himself in. That's plenty of time. The accused is given up to, he is given no less than 48 hours to decide what his defense is. He chose that he would like to do it as soon as we would be willing, and the arresting officer and the justice of the peace made a decision that they would do it at 7 p.m. tonight. So that is not on anybody other than those folk that made the decision. If people are upset with that decision, that's unfortunate.
I don't agree with that. I'm saying that you can't expect everybody that has anything to do with that case to be awake today to see that announcement and then make it today. They should have had at least a day or 2 days notice to be able to make that
Okay.
appointment.
On instant trials, is anybody given notification?
At least 12 hours.
On instant trials, is anybody given notification?
Trials are for people.
Convicted of high crimes.
Right?
Yes, I think you're getting confused, Mr. Mayor, between the difference between a high crime and a lower level.
Yeah, but you got to listen. You got to read the words. It says up. He is given up to at least 40. He is given, which means he can choose less if he wants. That's the way the justice system works.
No,
It's worded that way for a reason.
The way the justice system works is that everybody has to agree on the time, not him dictate the time. And
He didn't dictate. He didn't dictate the time. So stop saying that. It was an agreement between the people.
What time would be good for him?
He said no. He said that he was available anytime, and that he, if they wanted to do it sooner, that he would be willing. And then the justice of the peace and the sheriff set the time. So stop misconfusing the facts and listen to the facts.
Right. Well, exactly my point. Without conferring with the other sheriffs that also have crimes that he needs to be held accountable for. That was my
The
point.
other sheriffs weren't the ones that captured him, that he turned himself into. He turned him into Mr. Jackson. So it was his choice. Nobody else has a say in that. If they want to catch him and try him for something else in those locations, that's up to them. But for the incidents here at River Run, it was handled by Joshua Jackson.
Now, but Mayor, understand where we're coming from. This has created a schism in Gunsmoke.
Good for them.
Well, that's not good because we need to have faith in the justice systems, I would think, right?
And the justice system did not show enough for the crimes here at River Run to be a hanging.
Wait. Cliff was saying.
Yeah, because
Right.
of lack of evidence.
No. Up here.
All right, Ed.
Stop being Batman.
What?
I feel like I'm missing something. Howdy, man.
Yeah, we had a lot going on.
People are trying to.
I've gathered that much. I don't think I've ever heard this much frustration in one spot before, though.
Wait, why are people here anyway?
I don't understand why anybody is coming here and talking about it. It's done and over with. There ain't no changing it. I mean,
You're right, Mayor. There is no change in it, but we needed to make some determination for the future on how this should be handled, because a lot of us believe
the law enforcement
this was not handled properly.
The law enforcement will handle it the way the federal law tells them to handle it.
All right, man. I
If
understand.
they,
I see where you stand.
I mean, if they don't like the way the federal law dictates stuff, then they have the right to try and get it changed. I'm not going to be the one that freaking says, "Hey, don't listen to the federal law."
Right. Well, thank you for your service, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's obvious that there's no point in trying to discuss this with you. You're adamant about where you stand, and that's fine.
Y'all just want to see bloodshed. That's great.
No, we want to see
No,
someone pay
go
for the
on.
crimes that they committed all at once, not just.
I'm sick of people wanting to goddamn have blood over everything. It's ridiculous. People don't have to die all the damn time.
I want justice for
we
justice,
literally,
but not
like,
like to
like-
die.
We literally
You
were
didn't
going
do
to give
anything wrong.
Austin Anderson.
You did what you should find there.
Yes, exactly, Ed. We were offering exactly, Ed. That's my point.
Like Tom wanted to offer him that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. He was with us when we
That's
offered.
because that's because Austin was his friend.
Exactly. So he has
It's
a
all about
biased
perspective.
opinion that he shouldn't have, and I'm remaining optimistic and unbiased. I'm going to stand with that, I read the law, I follow the law. When I have a question, I even go to them federal lawmakers and be like, hey, what about this? Because I'm not sure. I'm just a mayor.
I don't believe we met. My name is
Hey, to be honest, this is a really good place to do an
I've met your brother, but I'm
Right.
apparently the hated person.
Well,
Mayor, I don't rightly know what all's been going on or what just happened. I mean, it sounds like a mess, and it sounds like there's a lot of people on two sides of an understanding. And if it's about federal law, wouldn't it be? I mean, I don't know nothing about law myself, but wouldn't it make reason to maybe have a public hearing in June where the feds might be able to clear up such a misunderstanding, clarify a few things, might settle folks down.
It's all right.
I mean, I'm unbiased about all of it. I wasn't there for any of it, so.
Doesn't have to do nothing with what was just pronounced, or what? I mean, I heard there was a trial going on today. I wasn't able to make it. I was with y'all in spirit, but I mean, it doesn't have to do nothing with the verdict, or I don't know how it went, but I mean, just a clarification of laws if people think they've been violated.
I mean, right here, right out of the rules, if people don't understand, if you have been arrested for a high crime and the sheriff wishes to have you tried immediately, he can tell you within 10 minutes and then try you right there in the place you're at. We took the time and gave the man the option, to have 2 days, and he's like, well, we can do it whenever whenever y'all are ready, because I'm fine. And Sheriff Jackson and Miss Eden agreed. Okay, then we'll do it tonight, Juniper, 7 o'clock. And he got his day in court. I just don't understand. Why they got to damn argue it when it's right there in black and white written in the damn book?
Well, it's like a lot of other things I've seen. People like to make their own interpretations of things, which is why you need some kind of an authority to be able to pronounce on such things. So, that's why I'm wondering if maybe we can have some kind of federal hearing where they might be able to clarify, without reaching back to past cases necessarily, how certain rules apply and what constitutes what.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure, from them, they, what the hell is wrong with you, Ed?
Well, you just went flying there.
What was that noise? What was that noise?
So I try to jump from across the street.
You lost an eye. You're trying to
I mean, somebody, it's unfortunate that people want to.
What was that? Was that a bullet?
I saw that. That was a rock.
What?
Dakota, you throwing rocks again?
Is she?
Yeah, she's
Scared me.
Where's she at?
She's over here.
That's it.
Rock throwing. Go.
Oh, Jesus. Well, Mr. Deegan, it also seems that Mr. McCoy has thrown me his badge and said, basically, fuck you to me. So, yep. Yeah. So now, I mean, I don't. I'm just.
Damn.
I'm floored.
I have an electric chair. That's how they're doing it up north now.
You know, those, they ain't worked the kinks out of those yet. Half the time just leaves the poor fella half fried and smoking.
Yeah.
Chicken dinner. Nom nom nom.
You need to use water.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to take a bite out of that one.
Yeah, no.
I'm not sure it tastes too good.
I heard our most humans are salty.
Well, Mayor, I'm at a loss, sir. I mean, it seems like we're at odds with some folks now, and don't even have a sheriff at this point. And I mean, I want to go track down Mr. McCoy and try and. I don't rightly know. I'm not sure I mean, the world's turned upside down.
Yeah.
Look, here's my 2 cents on the issue. Nobody's gonna get what they want 100% of the time. They asked for a trial, they got a trial. They have nothing to whine about. Things didn't happen the way they wanted to. Okay. I mean, he he was only there. He was only part of the game for like 3 days. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah, 2 days. And here's the thing that they don't understand is it's also only the stuff here at River Run. There's still, if other people have evidence of other situations, then by God, get yourself a sheriff, get his ass arrested, get him fucking tried, and stop bitching at me. I mean, Jesus. I didn't make the decision, but I did speak in his behalf because what he showed me is not the actions of a man that is out to kill a bunch of people. Those are the actions of a man who was enticed by money and led astray by a known, menacing criminal.
It's hard to take you seriously like this.
A known fucking psychopath.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean...
I'm taking pictures.
Hey, Ed, you need a job?
No.
I figured as much, damn it. Deegan, you need a job?
Like anyone wants to work with us now?
I mean, gosh damn, Mayor. I've told you a couple times. I've worked under badges. I've had badges before. I've shot enough folks for a living, and I mean, all I know is guns and bullets. So I'm still kind of in the trade, so to speak. But I'd rather not have to pull guns on people for a job. You know what I mean?
All right, what about your kin? I'm just kidding. I don't know why my kin.
You'll have to talk to Matthew about that one.
I'm far from that job, trust me.
Yeah.
I
Look.
swear to God, if you make Junior the sheriff, I'm gonna beat you upside the head with a shillelagh.
Well, ain't nobody else accepting it that I'd rather put in a position, so...
Yeah, we're honestly, if no one else is going to step or want you to job,
Well, you know what?
we have no choice.
I know what I'm doing. I'll be back. Miss Eden?
Suck his dick?
Ed, do me a favor. Stay here and keep an eye on Miss Eden, please.
Yes, let that man hold you close.
Mayor?
Yeah.
Mayor, do you need any kind of accompaniments in that? I mean, I'm kind of worried after everything I just saw.
I would take the company bed.
Nah, I'm good.
Do it! Do it! Follow him anyway. Screw that. Neither am I. I just know people are pissed and they didn't get what they wanted. They're throwing a tantrum now. That's all I know. Well, I do know things, but like I said, they're bitching and moaning and crying because they didn't get to see someone's eyeballs come out of their damn skull from a hanging. Or feel that they're... Or, I don't know what happens. I don't want people to be hanged. Or...
Oh, they pretty much choked to death and then...
Sometimes they don't always break the neck right away. They suffocate. It really does. I'm just trying to make light of things. That's all. I'd rather have jokes, even if they're morbid.
Hello?
Yeah, like
Hello?
Willie.
Hello?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure. Have you heard yet?
But, hey, when I really might be a compliment, you just gotta think really hard about it, or...
McCoy threw his badge at me.
Depends on your state of mind.
What?
Why do you do that?
Because court didn't go the way everybody wanted it
How
to.
dirty your mind is. Are you brown?
sorry, I didn't wake up all that long ago. What court?
Henry Valentine turned himself in this morning.
Have you seen it around, guys?
Henry Valentine is one of the folk that was running with Jeremiah. So,
I take the verdict of not guilty then?
well, not guilty of what he was charged of, but what people don't understand, and there's more than what happened just at River Run. We could only bring charges forth for what happened at River Run because that's all we had. We didn't have other charges for him, and he was charged with.
Can you take the conversation over here, please?
Oh no,
Okay.
I got it. I went the other way with it.
Sorry if I sound off today. I literally just woke up.
Yeah,
Don't hit his
it's
horse.
all right. It's all right.
Sorry, the mines are
No,
about
not
to
you.
collapse. so
Not you.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's well, I mean, unfortunately, there's probably about
Yeah, he's in the right spot.
24 guns pointed at me and Miss Eden right now. Because Sheriff Jackson, JJ of White Willow, was the arresting officer. We originally wanted the Justice of the Peace of White Willow to be the trying judge, but
I mean, all he has to do is lift me
the
up.
problem
and go,
was if we would have put the trial off, for a full 2 days,
I believe you are a doctor.
Sheriff
You can't give
McCoy
yourself
would have been
CPR.
out of county, so we wouldn't have been able to do it. So we swapped roles. JJ was the arresting officer. Miss Eden was the trying judge. But he came into River Run this morning. He gave me his guns, and he basically, confessed and was like,
I don't mind that.
Sheriff McCoy wasn't awake yet, so it was like, well, I can't do anything without Sheriff McCoy or another sheriff. And he was like, well, that's okay. If you don't mind, I'll just wait. If he's gonna sacrifice his time and wait without being charged with anything, then that works out in our favor, because that means I get to keep an eye on him all day until the sheriff gets up, and then once the sheriff got up, I had him find us a justice of the peace, and then he ended up bringing another sheriff and a justice of the peace, so that made it even easier because we had plenty of options. And then he said that, I was like, well, we can give him time, then that's where we decided to do the flip to where it would be their sheriff arresting and our justice of the peace trying. And once all that was done, he's like, well, I don't have anybody to stand up for me, but I'll represent myself, and I don't need any witnesses. And we already had a witness to his crimes in River Run, so there was no reason to not go ahead. And the sheriff and him agreed on tonight at 7, and Miss Eden presided. And unfortunately, with the evidence given, we didn't feel that it was strong enough to be, that the man should hang for those crimes, because there was not enough proof to say that he actually tried to kill someone or killed someone, even though Ned died in that scenario. We couldn't prove that it was, his gunfire that killed Ned. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, shit. Alright, next one. Luckily, I would have only lost about 10 nuggets. That's not bad.
10 nuggets? That's a damn dollar.
It's not going to collapse or nothing. A dollar doesn't mean much to me.
I'm glad it doesn't mean much to you. I can't even get to the damn bank and get any damn mines. But, so now
If we were to purchase a town, we could buy probably the first and the second upgrade.
Yeah, the problem is now, I don't, right now, Junior hasn't been around since the gunfight. You're all I got. And I don't know, since the sheriff threw in his badge, I don't even know if your deputization even works. I'm thinking I'm losing River Run because I don't have a sheriff.
Is the sheriff still awake?
I don't know. He took a horse and a donkey and Deputy Diddy and dipped out.
Before he was about to do something stupid, I talked him down. Just gonna see if I can turn. He's MIA. I don't.
Yeah, a couple Rattler and another fella went looking for him, and they don't understand that they think that we didn't give people enough time to try him. They don't understand that just because he was tried for the crimes at River Run doesn't mean that he can't be tried for the crimes in other locations. It's not just okay. Well, you got this and you got that, but this was the River Run situation. That's what we got him. That's what we tried for. I mean, it just wasn't, it wasn't strong enough evidence. I mean, even the person that was the evidence even agreed that, he doesn't feel that the man needed to hang because he doesn't feel that it was warranted to do so, I mean,
Didn't he turn himself in? That
yeah.
not like a huge confession?
It's not actually it's a I am wanted for a crime that I supposedly committed, so instead of having someone hunt me down, here I am, let's get it clear before anything else happens. So I mean it can be, some people might see it as a confession, but it's really, I need to clear my name, let's get to just let's go ahead and work on it, And I understand, and it's just a bad situation all around. I mean, I have, like that Glass fella. I'm not. There's no way that he's not going to swing with the evidence I have for him. But I mean, and like I told that fucking Valentine, if you get your damn nose, in anything else, you don't keep it clean, then next time, you're swinging. I mean, it's not going to be no matter what anybody says, you're swinging. So I just hope he takes that advice.
And I do genuinely hope you can find another sheriff. But
If we're bandits, that need to be captured anyway. So.
with what you said yesterday, your encounter with Austin
Exactly. Like I was just gonna say that too. Like they're
baffled me.
Well, that was the trying.
Consider giving the man amnesty if he gave up Glass.
No questions asked.
Well, that was mostly a test, but
tried
yeah.
to kill my sister.
No qualms whatsoever. No incidents. All day long. He's here.
Well,
it's not
I understand.
And
Forgive.
only asking for food here and there.
Yep.
If need be.
All right.
Otherwise, no complaining. Yeah, he stayed here for 4 hours all day, waiting for justice and the sheriff to come and.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So I know you realize now that you're not the one I can't forgive. It's
You know
awesome.
what? Oh, trust me, he's gonna swing too.
Yeah, he caused himself to cause more chaos that day. That was.
Gotta remember that just because I offer something doesn't mean he's gonna get it.
Yeah. He caused so much chaos. Without him, when he was going for that week, there was not that much.
And I already knew he wasn't gonna take it, and that's why it was done, so that I could prove it. And now that little bastard's gonna swing. Have a good day.
Likewise.
Guess I should just go ahead and Now what is Liam supposed to do?
Yeah.
River Run is fucked.
It takes a stronger person to come clean up their crime than do what that man did today. Yeah. As long as he's not blocking the mine and saying no, screw you, this is my mine.
Who?
It's fine to live there. Valentine moved near the mine, near our place.
What?
That's where he lives.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know he lived there until now, so. There you go, there's a house over there. Oh, well, that's nice to know. Yeah, I was in and out of there all day today, too. Thank you for the notifications. Valentine moved right over there. I mean, I guess we can keep an eye on him. That's the only way I can think of it right now. Can I join you?
I've barely been up this morning.
Guys, I just checked the newsletter. Henry Valentine is on trial for murdering a mayor.
Yeah, we already.
And he moved.
That happened already. I wasn't able to be there.
I was the judge for that trial.
That was like 2 hours ago,
Oh.
son.
You're a little late, sir.
So he sorry, did he like okay. So that's why he's living right there.
Howdy.
Oh, hi, Rusty.
Oh, that was Mr. Rusty.
Bye.
Went by so fast I couldn't even recognize him.
So where is Woody?
Hi,
where'd
Mr.
he go?
Teleportio.
He must go take care of something.
How is going?
It's going good. Do you have whiskey now?
Oh, that was
I
you.
don't have whiskey. I thought you have whiskey. Oh.
Gunshot!
I'm running. No one was.
What the fuck? Where?
Where the hell?
God damn it, Woody.
Clear my town!
What is happening?
Out the fucking way. Let me fucking way. Let me in there. Let me in there. Woody.
What's going on?
Woody! What's happening?
I said clear the streets.
Come on, man.
Woody!
I told him to clear the streets.
There?
Why?
Because I'm sick of everybody fucking giving up.
They're not.
They're
What are you
not. What are you
talking
talking about?
Fucking McCoy throws me his badge. Fucking Rio tells me he's fucking done. Fucking Junior ain't crawled out from under a rock. We're fucking lawless. It's fucking done.
Yeah, I know. That's why we are here
Where?
to talk with the McCoy to take his badge back.
These guys are here to support
At
us.
least
They're
I
not
came here.
being like
They're
that.
not being like
They're being
that.
nothing but
They're
supportive.
being nothing but supportive.
Of course, court was bullshit.
No.
But they are here to support us. They are still
They
our
are
friends.
still our friends.
If I catch that fucking Austin, oh.
Come on.
Mayor, we talk about this?
Yeah, would you put away your gun and come out?
Come on.
A man's allowed to vent.
Let me out! Oh,
A man's allowed to vent. Let a man vent.
He needs whiskey.
He needs whiskey. Anyone got any whiskey?
No?
I got a
No, I don't
couple
have
of,
whiskey.
I
That's
have a couple of
narco berries.
mojitos at my place. Y'all, I suggest that if you want to take any further conversation,
we lost
move it
our-
off the
we lost
streets.
our sheriff and stuff and things. Yeah, I was thinking of a certain word. Look him up. Ugh. I'm done with public talking.
So,
Come out.
Oh.
Public. Ugh, I'm done with public.
Oh man, my
I don't know
head.
what he
I don't
did
know what
exactly,
he
but
did
he left
exactly,
us
but he
and
left
fuck
us
you.
and said, "Fuck you."
so he is not anymore in the town.
No, he's gone from
No,
town.
he's not.
I don't believe so.
From Gunsmoke
When we
itself,
went to River Run
no,
before,
but
But
he's gone from here.
he's gone from here.
He's no
We
longer
had
part of River.
one
part of River.
decent. We had just one decent sheriff.
He was an amazing sheriff. But
Ah!
You wanna know what?
yeah. We also apparently lost Rio to this mess, and our deputy won't come up under our fucking rock because he's been absent
since
that shooting.
Wait, did he was not in the trial today?
Junior, no.
Junior, no.
He hasn't been here,
No?
awake, or
Awake
anything
or
since
anything
the
since
shooting that
the
took
shooting
place.
that took place.
Hey, man, put away your gun.
No.
So he just needs some time to, no. All I know is he took off from the courtroom and said, "Fuck you," and then everything was, yeah. I understand it's not. Where's the judge?
At least something supposed. So right now I'm pulling out the gun, shooting the people, and I'm surrendering myself. So what? I'm innocent, not guilty. I'm admitting everything.
Already done.
What do you mean already done?
What I had
What
said
I
is
had
done.
said is
It's all
done.
done with.
It's all done
People
with.
did not agree
Yes,
with me.
I know.
Fine, that's okay.
But it's done.
But it's
Yes,
done.
I'm not agreeing with you. Totally not agreeing with you.
Then
At
leave it
least,
at that.
okay, work in the mines a week or two or something.
It'll be quite funny
Explain
to
to
hear
him.
when that man kills more people and gets away with it again.
Yeah.
How's it gonna be on the mayor?
It's not on the mirror. Now it's
He's gonna go back to his ways, claims to be or not. It's called kiss ass. You know, if I commit a crime, I go up there and I start kissing ass for a while, and then I can see if I can get away with things or not. I'm not doing it again. He had accusations of bank robbery on him too.
Gentlemen, if I might interject here, I'm not a law. I don't know anything about the law. I'm not a lawyer. I ain't never been a sheriff. I have been in the military. I know military law and how it works.
All right, folks. My
Some people
internet
been
seems to be
acquitted,
taking hits,
and they've
so I'm
changed their
going
lives.
to
Some
stop.
people haven't.
Hopefully
I
I'll be back.
suggest we all